Are you kidding me?
I keep on falling, falling and falling. Will I ever reach the bottom? I'm sorry, 'cause I keep on falling, falling and falling. The dealer of pain is what they call me. And I keep on falling, falling, falling. Will I ever reach the bottom? I'm sorry. I keep on falling, 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 falling. The dealer of pain is what they call me. And I keep on falling, falling, falling. Will I ever reach the bottom? I'm sorry. I keep on falling, 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 falling. The dealer of pain is what they call me.
Freak, are you kidding me?
Work is on its way, boy. Jimmy on the beat, boy.
beautiful YouTube family. What's good? What's happening? Before we even go anywhere, can you guys hear me? Let me know. Let me know. Can you hear me? And do I sound good? Do I look decent? Just as long as y'all can hear me. How we doing tonight? We good? We solid? All right. Okay. All right. We are good. So far, so good. Great, great, great. All right, man. Moving and grooving. Welcome, everybody. Ironwork 92,000 here in the Foundry, here in the house. And welcome to True Word Tuesday, man. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know how we get down. Y'all don't know what to expect, and that's okay. Because tonight it could go anywhere. It could go anywhere. Sometimes it's crazy, sometimes it's not so crazy. But when it is crazy and it's hot, it's crazy and it's hot, man. And hey, man, it is what it is. These days, we don't even know what the hell to expect. So, I mean, if it gets a little bit weird on the show, then, I mean, it's just another Tuesday. You understand? Or it's another Friday. Or whatever it is, whatever the day is we decide we want to transmit. You know what I'm saying? So, again, welcome, everybody. It's good to have you guys here. Let's talk. But before we talk, let's say hi to everybody. Mr. Hartley, J.R. Hartley, welcome, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, J.R. Hartley. Our man, JJ. Justin Johnson is here. Good to see you, sir. Welcome. Good to see you. And guys, if you have a channel, please go ahead. Don't wait on me. Go ahead and drop your channel here in the Foundry. Don't wait on me. Please don't wait. Just go ahead and do what you need to do. You know what to do. So, Lord Racer, welcome, sir. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Memorial Gardens, it's been a minute, but welcome, sir. Good to see you, fam. All right, Heresy Seed is here. Good to see you, sir. Good to see our brother Heresy Seed as well. Nate X in the Foundry. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. And we have a straggler. Who's this? So True Earth. You mean you're going to... Goodbye. Jimenez, welcome, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. Brother Jimenez is here. Jimenez, welcome. Nate X, again, I already said hi, but ain't nothing wrong with saying hi twice. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, Mr. Nate X. Good to see you, sir. Welcome. All right. Brian Roy, King Roy, how you doing, sir? How you doing? Yes, man. We have a solid team over here. And everybody's moving, everybody's grooving just the way I like, just the way we like. And so, yeah, man, we do. Yeah. Yes, we got this Paul Duckworth, what's good, man? Flat Earth about, well, Paul Duckworth, we will get into that here in a second. Let me just greet everybody first. Active Kevin, what's going on, family? Good to see you. All right, we will talk about that, Mr. Duckworth. Just please give us a second. All right. Okay, I think Shannon E., one of my day zips. Good to see you, sis. Shannon Emerson is here in the Foundry with us. Welcome, sis. Welcome. Warrior coming out and playing. Another one of my day zeros. Good to see you, sir. Welcome, Warrior. I know, I was thinking about going a little bit earlier, but I had a couple of errands I needed to run, so that wasn't at all possible. So 7:30 it was. But looks like Sav is on right now, actually, at 7:30. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But Sav is on. So for all of you guys that want to go tune into Sav, he's there as well. So, but if you don't feel like Sav tonight, hey, man, you got an alternative. It's a decent alternative, too. You know what I'm saying? Where it gets weird sometimes. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with weird. You know what I'm saying? We've been living in weird for a long time now. So I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you think, but I'm cool with it. Yeah. Heresy Seed, Active Kevin 1, Shannon E, J.R. Hartley, Flat Earth Eddie, welcome, sir. Good to see you. Welcome. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. We got J.R. Hartley. J-Bird, good to see you, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Congratulations on the wrench, by the way. Good to see you and welcome. Good to see our brother J-Bird is here in the Foundry with us. Welcome. Jimenez, Nate X, J.R. Hartley, J-Bird, Heresy Seed, F.E., Eddie, Brian Roy, JJ, Harris C. You know, we're waiting on the usual suspects: Pebs, Maria Walker, the Akinator, right? You know who they are. True Earth Whisperer, you know, Flat Earth Outlaw. Harmon, how you doing, sir? Good to see our brother Flat Earth Outlaw is here with us tonight. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Yeah, man. Downward direction. Welcome, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. All right. Okay. Good to see you, sir. Welcome. Welcome. Flat Water. Good to see you, family. Good to see our brother Flat Water is here with us. Welcome, sir. Motorboat 69. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. All right, man. Welcome, welcome. Good to see y'all starting to come on in here. And as you guys come in, you know, like the usual, just go ahead, hit that thumbs up. Y'all know what it is, man. I ain't asking for too much until I start talking about the hours. You know what I'm saying? So, boy, the hours, man. I think about that thing day and night, night and day. You know what I'm saying? So, be thinking about the hours, but we're not talking about the hours just about yet. But we are greeting everyone in the foundry. Lord Racer, yes, sir. Good to see you. The Akinator, I was talking bad about you. You know what it is, man. But it's good to see y'all, man, coming on in here. The Akinator, you know who it is. DeWitt Straight Laces. Haven't seen him in a while. So if anybody knows DeWitt's information, I think I have his email address. So I'm going to see if I can email him, see how he's doing. I haven't heard from DeWitt in a while. If anybody's heard about or heard from his whereabouts and stuff, just let us know. See how our brother DeWitt Straight Laces is doing. Barbara, you know, Jehovah's son, daughter, Jehovah's son, Jesus Lord. But Barbara, our sister Barbara, haven't heard from Barbara in a while neither. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's a lot of y'all that be coming in here and then you just go radio silent. So I haven't heard from Schneider. You know what I'm saying? Not the one from One Day at a Time, but haven't heard from Schneider in a while. Haven't heard from her. Haven't heard from DeWitt. You know, True Earth Whisperer, what's good, man? We was talking bad about you earlier. I'm just playing. Good to see you, man. And guys, make sure you get True Earth Whisperer's book. Shout out to our brother True Earth Whisperer laying it down for the dang flat Earth community. I like that, man. Anytime you guys got something going on that's going to make us look good, I would like to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? We've got artists out there. There are a couple of artists out there that I would like to put forth. You know what I'm saying? True Earth Whisperer is one of them. And anytime we could support people within the community and help them get this is our way of helping them get the message across. You know what I'm saying? And so I totally support that. And I think as a community, this is part of why we're here. You know what I'm saying? To support things like that. Of course, this is concrete. This is something you can have in your hand, and then you could buy multiple of them and you can give them out, you know? Shout out to True Earth Whisperer. He is in the archives. That book will one day wind up in the Library of Congress, sir. So congratulations, right? It'll wind up in the card catalog of the Library of Congress. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I feel great about it. You know what I'm saying? I like that. So shout out to you, Mr. Whisperer, JJ, Effie Eddie, Nate X, Lord Racer. NDB, welcome, sir. Good to see our brother NDB is here. Good to see you, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure having you here, NDB. Welcome, and it's good to see you. It is good to see you. So yeah, we've got quite a few things we want to discuss. We're going to discuss tonight. So I don't know if you guys have heard, but tomorrow we are going to have a visitor. I think you guys know, actually. I think you guys know, right? So, give me 1 second. So the claim is that they say Spying. This is This is from the universe today. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send this you guys' way so you guys have a piece of it. Here you go. All right. Boom. I don't know. Why would I be naked? Why would I don't ever come on here naked. Like, why would I be naked? I always got bottoms on, underwear. If it's like a million degrees outside, yeah, I'm gonna wear a tank top. I might not even wear a shirt. That doesn't mean that I'm naked. It just means I don't have a top on. But I mean, it's Virginia. Virginia during the summertime gets really hot, right? In this part of the world, in this part of the United States, it gets hot sometimes. So yeah, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch either. Jill the Pill. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it gets warm. Active Kevin, how you doing, sir? Shout out to you. Good to see you. All right. Good to see you. So I just dropped that. That's the universe today. All right. And what they're saying is this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share this page with y'all. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to look at it together. Okay. Here we go. Let's check it out real quick. So the universe today is saying, oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and give you the full screen because it just defaults to where it's got my face on the side. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, sir. 1 second. I will get with you. I just want to present this. Spying the interstellar comet 3I Atlas near perihelion, right? So perihelion is basically its closest. Peri means it's closest to the moon. Aphelion means the moon, excuse me, the sun. Aphelion means it's furthest, right? It's because it travels, they're claiming in an ellipse because there's something up there. That's what they're saying. But you know, everybody knows about Project Bluebeam and stuff like that, and that they're here to trick us. Everyone's favorite interstellar comet, 3I Atlas, isn't hiding near perihelion this week, as amateur astronomers reveal. Don't believe all the breastless ballyhoo that you're currently reading about the web about the interstellar. In a clockwork universe, okay, I hadn't read this, but this is new. This is some of the latest stuff. In a clockwork universe, comets are a big wild card, and interstellar comets are doubly so. This comet is scientifically interesting enough in its own right. No alien interlopers needed, right? Because some of the stuff that we've been hearing, especially from the guy that claimed that he found this thing, right? Ari Loeb, right? He's out there saying, yeah, it's got aliens on it. It might have pods on it. It swung a tendril over to the sun, and then, you know, it was getting solar power, you know, all this types of shit. Like these people, like, man, when it comes to their BS, all right, let's just keep reading. I don't want to. There's been no shortage of hype around this comet, despite the seemingly endless stream of conspiracy-minded videos. Wait a minute. Okay, let's finish this paragraph. NASA isn't hiding anything. The U.S. Space Agency has simply fallen silent due to an ongoing government shut. Thank you. That's something I wanted to mention. The ongoing government shutdown. So this is one thing you guys need to realize, right? That right now, we'll continue this in a second, but we have a government shutdown going on. That is evident, right? There are people out there that are federal workers, right? And because of this shutdown, they are not working. So that means that their typical duties on a daily basis in that office, they are not doing. So if you're one of those federal workers that happen to work for NASA, JPL, and the like, right? Or even the NRL, Naval Research Laboratory, you will not be conducting work. You won't be working, right? Now, there are a lot of people, most people I figure, I'm assuming, would understand that. But there are a lot of people that don't know that entities like NASA don't work. So here's the problem I find with that. You have a lot of things, a lot of hearsay going around. Est-ce que vous voyez yon ba mwen sur WhatsApp? Oui, m'ka voye ça. Attends, ma voye. That's Creole, y'all. That in Creole means yes, I can do that. Give me 1 second, I'll send it. So yeah, your boy Vlad over here knows how to speak a little, you know what I'm saying, a little bit Haitian Creole, you know. So yeah, I didn't know I was Duolingo over here, huh? Just give me a second, y'all. But Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that NASA is it is it happens to be a federal uh, entity, and so because of that, um, a lot of people won't be at work. You understand? And since a lot of people ain't at work, there are a lot of things not covered. What exactly those things are, I don't know. Now, if you believe the official narrative, which I don't, um, then you will believe that NASA has something to do with this. But now what they're turning around and saying is that, NASA has pointed its space defense towards you're hearing so much nonsense. In my opinion, is nonsense. Again, it's my opinion. I don't know. I don't work for NASA or nothing like that, but I don't have to work for NASA to know that the official story of this space thing out there, that's all bunk, right? That's all cap. That's all lies. Okay. And I just find it, the reason I'm mentioning this is because I just find it so, even though it's an inconvenience, I find it convenient that you would set up a government shutdown, have somebody from the synagogue of Satan out there, i.e., Avi Loeb, come in and say what he's saying. Oh, these are aliens coming in. Oh, Three Eye Atlas, this. Like the amount of press that this man has is unbelievable. You understand? But let's continue reading. I don't want to hog up the space or nothing like that. Let's continue reading. Okay. Let me go to it real fast. Okay. There's been no shortage. U.S. Space Agency has simply fallen silent due to the ongoing government shutdown. That means the task of scouring images for the faint comet has often fallen on the shoulders of dedicated amateur astronomers. Okay? So, guys out there with those good telescopes and everything else. And then this is what we have, right? This is what you have. Okay? You have all this stuff. And there are people out there that could make graphics. There are people, and I'm not saying that there isn't something in the sky that you can't see, but we all know about the ALE technology, right? That's the Japanese company, and we all know about Project Bluebeam. So just because they can make this, okay, AI can make this. A lot of you are very talented, and you guys can make this in your own house. You understand? You're like, man, I could get on Google Paint or Microsoft Paint, and I could make something just like that, exactly like that, or even better than that, right? And I could give you, and the thing is, right, nobody has any kind of context to this thing. This thing gives you no context because what's behind it? But because I remember them saying, oh, we can't see stars in space, we can't capture stars while we're in space, but now you have these objects that can apparently capture stars in space. However which way they do it, that's their claim, right? But now you have all these things, and they're putting these stars back there, making it appear as if, oh, there's something out there. And I'm like, man, that's all bullshit. That's all bullshit. Because they're going to tell you anything. They're going to tell you it's this many miles away. It's 45 zillion point 16 miles away doing this. And it travels at 130,000 miles an hour, right? What I find so funny about that is that this Earth is apparently moving at, what is it, 66,000 miles an hour? But shouldn't the Earth be also moving at an additional 450,000 miles an hour? This is the thing, is I'm only using the numbers that we're given because the sun moves at 450,000 miles an hour, correct? And if the sun is moving at 450,000 miles an hour, how can the Earth be independent of what the sun is doing when the Earth is also revolving around the sun, right? So then the Earth is moving at roughly 510,000 miles an hour, correct? If my math isn't mistaken, 510, almost 520,000 miles an hour, right? That's what I think, or that's what it should be, because the sun is having to keep up with the Earth is having to keep up with the sun as well. So people are going to sit there and argue with you and tell you that you're silly, tell you that you're stupid, this one and that one, call you a fool. Meanwhile, all you're doing is you're giving them back the same numbers that they gave you. I think it's that simple. We're not arguing. We're not making fun of nobody. We're not calling anybody outside their name. We're just providing the same evidence, quote unquote, that they gave us, right? And to make it make sense, that's all. And then we're getting attacked. But without further ado, let me let this man on. Sam, good to see you, sir. Welcome,
Hey,
welcome.
good to see you. Glad to be here. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. And I understand if you need to talk low, talk low. I know it's a little late there.
Yeah, I know that. So yeah, not gonna be too long, anyways. But I wanted to jump in. What's going
Yeah.
on?
Not too much. We're just talking a little bit about the Three Eye Atlas, but we can put that on pause. So, yesterday, JJ, first of all, again, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Um, JJ did a pretty bang up job, which means that he did an amazing job demonstrating and showing your video on the Weiss files.
Oh,
We
okay. Yeah.
haven't shown it here yet, right? We're gonna do that. We just wanted to give it some time to marinate, and yeah, it's pretty telling, right? We don't have to say much, I don't think, about it. The video basically speaks for itself. I think you did a fantastic job making that thing, right? And a lot of people, it's opened a lot of people's eyes. What do you think about all of what I just said, Sam?
I agree.
Yeah.
It even opened my eyes. As I was making the video, I understood things. That this is how it happens all the time. When you want to just, concentrate on something, like think on something, and you have to either write it down or make a video, and then slowly you understand things. You see things that you cannot see when you think fast. So that was an eye opener for me too. But see what happens.
Yeah,
See what
yeah,
happens.
and yeah. Shout out to JJ. JJ, good work getting that thing out there. And JJ took his time to go over it, which I think is great because I think JJ might have been the first channel to do that. You know what I'm saying? So again, shout out to JJ and his channel. JJ, please drop your channel so everybody can have the link. And anybody else out there that has a channel, please drop your channel. And also, FE Recon Sam. Sam has a channel. So please subscribe to Sam's channel, Flat Earth Reconnaissance. All right. Um, yeah. So while I was watching it, wow, I was like, holy smoke. Like, because this is my first time actually taking time to see it. And I'm just like, I had my reasons as to why I didn't trust it. But now it's like, oh my goodness. And this is, you see, guys, this is why the truth is what matters. This is why the truth is so dangerous, right? Because as soon as you start getting outside the truth on purpose. Now, if you make a mistake, that's one thing. But as soon as you start going outside of the truth on purpose and you're duplicitous, somebody's sitting there recording you, or somebody's got your footage. And for a lot of us have channels, so we really need to be standing on our square. We need to be upfront with our stuff. It's not to say that David Weiss hasn't woken anybody up, because he has, right? Sure, he has. I've woken up the most people, more people than in 5 hours than you have in a whole week. And it's like, yeah, sure you have. But I'm more concerned about the quality. You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody should be concerned about the quality of the content, and not necessarily the characters involved. And so, like Dave is a likable guy. I can't argue that. There are a lot of people that I'm sure find him very charming, good, appealing guy, and people use him as a resource, right? Which I don't have a problem with. If you want to continue to use Dave as a resource, I think that's an effective thing. But recognize if there's certain things not making sense, add that to the mix, and then make an executive decision. Go ahead, Sam.
No, first of all, I wanted to tell you that it's not really my video. It's you guys' video too, because what I did. I just took things and information, and you know you guys work. I just compile it together and I just produce that. But it was made by all of us, actually. And the thing about what you said about Weiss is true, that he woke up people. And this is what makes me mad, because uh, how can you betray the people you woke up? How can you lie to the people you woke up? You understand? So that's even more ugly for me. It's uglier than if just someone just betrays you because as whatever reasons, but someone that help you and that like introduce you to flutters and then just betrays you. You know, that's bad. That's bad. But there are reasons. There are reasons for it, and we're gonna understand them as we're gonna talk about it. But the thing is that all this should bring us back to reality and realize that we are at war and we are under attack. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not here like to socialize. I'm here to fight for the truth and to defend myself and my community if it is attacked, and that's it, and that's what I'm doing. So the thing is that we have to realize that that flat Earth thing is like it's huge. It goes way beyond the shape of the Earth. It's a full scale war against nature, against the notion of God, against the creation, against everything which is normal and good for mankind. So it's like it's a big deal. Those guys invest like so much resources into like fighting the truth and fighting flat Earth. What do you think is going on? It's also that's important. What we are doing here is important, and we have to protect it as something like almost holy, something like like the Holy Grail, if I can say like that,
I
because
agree.
it's our community is very important,
Hmm.
very very important. I realized that real early when I came back to Flat Earth. And about the voice file, we can talk about it whenever you want. It's no big deal, but it's well, actually, it is a big deal. so,
I understand.
so,
So then,
so,
let me ask you, man. What do you see here in the next your projection in the next 6 months? In the next 6 months, if you, in a realistic manner, what do you see potentially happening, or what do you see potentially developing for the community here in the next just a 6 month? You don't have to give me a year, just immediate 6 months. What do you think?
well, what I see is two things. First of all, I realize that the Flutters community that we are talking about actually is filled with like fake Flutterers. We know that now, fake Flutters leaders. And the thing is, when you think about it, it is not our Flatters community. It is the one that Mark Sargent and David Weiss built. It's a prototype. It's not ours. This is why it's so filled with like fakeries. So the thing is that amongst the members, they are like good, really good people and true flat earthers. And I believe that the flat earth community is being born now. So I believe that in the next 6 months, we're going to witness history. We're going to witness a true flat earth community made out of true flat earthers. They're going to come up, and it's going to be something else. It's going to be like a different taste, different quality. You're going to see. I believe so. So, but anyway, you won't be without uh, some sufferings.
Yeah.
but like we say in French, you cannot like give verse without pain. So that's what's going to happen. And anyways, it had to happen. It couldn't just keep on going like this. So you know it's yours to judge, and you can we can discuss about it anytime. But I tried to make that video in such way so it was it was as fair as possible. It's not me giving my opinion about David Weiss. It's me, showing David Weiss and using his own words, his own behaviors, and everything that goes around also. So it's interesting, and I invite anybody to just want to talk to about it. That let's talk about it. I have no problem. Just we.
Right.
But the video is clear. The video is like it is like
And I understand that it could seem like it's a pointed attack. And I get it, right? You're a content creator, you've gotten as big as David Weiss has gotten. Like I feel uh, why he would feel that it's an attack, but then when you put it together the way you have, but not just that, not just your movie, when you've experienced um what everybody within the community that just want the truth. We don't want friends. We just want the truth. That's it. You make friends along the way, that's cool. But what's even cooler is the truth. When you start to see inconsistencies in somebody's behavior, it comes into question. And really, the only way you can rectify, at least in my opinion, the only way you can rectify these things is to talk about it. And sometimes some of us might, make a movie, make a film, and be like, hey, we find a problem with this. We find fault with this. Now, here's what I think, Sam. Here's what I think. And like, this is more asking you questions, but in my opinion, I feel that if we saw people in the mainstream doing the same thing with their counterparts, challenging them based off of their story or based off of what they claim is evidence, it's like, look, this is bullshit. It doesn't work. You understand? I think there would be a little bit more credibility to be lent to those guys. And honestly, I feel that really that's our saving grace here in the flat earth and the flat earth community is our penchant to be honest and upfront no matter what. And we understand that's our silver, that's our gold, that's our currency. You understand? Is how we
Exactly.
deal with one another and how we're upfront and we're honest about these things that either we know or we don't know. And the stuff that we do know, we're free to talk about, right? But you mentioned two people in particular. There are three, right? Because when it comes to like to me, in my opinion, the big three of flat Earth is Eric Dubé. You have Eric Dubé, you have David Weiss, and you have Mark Sargent, right? And so a lot of people, when it comes to flat Earth, it's like those guys are like the golden standard. And if anything, some people might even argue that Eric Dubé is like the standard, right? Um, but then how do you think that them acting the way they're acting in their behaviors and them lying and stuff, what do you think that's going to do to the community? What do you foresee ultimately?
Well, the thing, I don't see the community as being already born. I'm seeing the community as being born now. It's like it's forming. This whole thing with TFE, with Weiss and everything, just not only exposed, chairs, like you say, but also true flat earthers. It exposed the best of us. You understand? So that's going to take form. It's going to take time, like you said, probably 6 months, probably I don't know, a year, I don't know, but things are going fast. I think maybe even earlier than that. But the thing is that out of all this, again, like I said before, uh, we're going to witness a true flat earth community made out of quality people, like true flat earthers, and it's going to be like tighter. It's going to be like I believe a great experience we're going to live. Now, again, but these guys, like you said, like Mark Sargent and David Weiss, Eric Dubé, I don't know him much. I know he has great content. Actually,
He just made one today, actually.
yeah, it's like it's amazing. What is he's the one, not David Weiss, but he is the one that actually convinced me of many points on flat Earth, and it was like so clear and so it's a great content. The only thing that I feel about the debate is like he's kind of like passive a little bit. We don't see him. He's not very active. He's just like a ghost a little bit. He's just like makes a video once in a while, but he's not very active. I wish he could be like more active. But anyways, everyone does what he can. But again, against about David Weiss and Mark Sargent, I have no compassion. I don't. People betray me. People lie to me. You can lie to me once, twice, but then after that's it. And betray me, you can also, but not that. That's it. After that, I'm just like you cross a line that you cannot come back on. So the thing is that I'm more like maybe more like severe, on judging people. I have less compassion, but by experience, I know how to cut off quickly, with the rotten flesh. So the thing is that for me, it's over. For David Wise, for Max Sargent, that's it. It's over. I don't. I can talk, with them. I can discuss with them. No problem explaining them, exposing them, in front of them who I understood they are. I have no problem. But that's it. There's no coming back for me. It's like it's gone. It's over. You have too much
Mhm,
responsibility. When you have a prominent, figure of flat Earth, you have too much responsibility. Like JJ said, it comes with the territory. That
mhm.
means that you have to be careful what you say, and you can make mistakes, like we all human beings. But here we're not talking about mistakes. We're talking about like mistakes by design, like mistakes, engineered mistakes. So it's different. So the thing is that I just wanted to bring that message that the Flat Earth community is not made out of stupid people. It's not made out of retards. It's not a reckless community of people. It is made out of smart people, good people. It is made out of, like I said, investigators, thinkers, researchers. To my mind, it is the true uh, scientific community rising. You believe it or not. And I'll tell you even more. From a Jewish point of view, I believe they are also blessed. And I'm not saying that, lightly, because to have the time today to speak about, important things, well, it's a blessing. Most people don't have the time. They have problems all over the place, and other flat earthers also have their own problems. But to be able to take the time to talk, because when you talk on internet, you don't make money. You
Mm-hmm.
spend money, you spend time. So there is some kind of a blessing here, because to have the time to talk about these important subjects, it's, for me, to my eyes, is a blessing. So the flat earth community is very valuable. It's and in the words of in David Wise language, I will say, just don't mess around with the flat earth community, because you're messing with us, you're messing with the best.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mess with us.
I
We
agree,
good.
bro.
We the best. Believe me, and we're gonna prove it to you. If you don't believe it, we're gonna prove it to you. Believe me.
Yeah.
So
Test it
that's
and
the
then it will.
attitude.
Yeah, totally. Let me real quick give a shout out to God of Heart Guardian. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you. Eugene, originally Eugene 12, but now you're 80,112. Good to see you though. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Marxist Trash. I don't know who you are, but identify yourself properly if you would, please. But welcome. Maria Walker, my sister. Good to see you, girl. Good to see Maria Walker's here with us. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You know it's going to be a good show when Maria show up. You know what I'm saying? Joe K 4444. Good to see you, family. Welcome, welcome. Flat Earth Eddie, Ida Hill. Welcome, beautiful. Welcome to beautiful Ida Hill. Good to see you. And Maria Walker, you're beautiful too, sis. You're beautiful too. Don't think I don't think you are, because you are. But it's good to see you, ladies. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see the people in the foundry is here live and in full effect. We're moving, we're grooving up. I didn't say hi to Chris Allen. Good to see you, sir. Welcome, Chris. Chris, it's been a minute, man. And so we missed out on you for a little bit, man. But it's good to see you, fam. Welcome, bro. Welcome. I don't like missing out on my people here. So anytime I can see them, welcome. Hey, look at that. It's PJ Cruikshank from the PJ Cruikshank channel. Guys, shout out to PJ. It's good to see you. Welcome, our brother PJ, all the way from Scotland. I think. I think you're in Scotland, right, PJ? Yeah. I like seeing my people from around the world, man. Come on in, man. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see everybody from around the world come on in, do their thing, say what's up, hang out for a little bit, have a drink, have a bite to eat, and talk some stuff with us, man. I dig it. Nadex. So we're here tonight with FE Recon Sam, and we're going over his the David Weiss files. And much of what's transpired here in the last, it's been like 3 days, 4 days, you know what I'm saying? And just quite a bit, a lot more has happened since the craziness that went down on Vika's channel. What do you think? I don't know if you saw what happened on Vika's channel on Sunday, but quite a bit went down. Austin Whitsitt had come up, and Austin was talking because we were talking about him. We let him up. I shut the hell. I just backed off. I let Austin talk, and Austin had his time to talk, right? And he was explaining his part as to why things went down the way they did. And of course, my question with Austin was, then where are your tickets? And then Austin told us, and I swear, listen, all right, before I even continue, I know you guys hate when I stop a story, but we gave Austin the chance. We gave him a chance to present his tickets on his own show live. JJ was there, Maria was there, Rumham Solo was there, Pebbles was there, Ida was there. Everybody was there. We just kept asking for the tickets. And then he told us, hey, you want to know something? Why do I need to show paper tickets? You guys are asking for paper tickets. And I was like, I guess he doesn't have tickets. So just the other day, we said, hey, Austin, look, man, I gave him all the examples he needed. I said, Austin, why don't you just give us the tickets? He was like, let me look for them. I didn't know that. Then he told us, and it's not me lying, and I'm paraphrasing right here. I didn't know you guys wanted tickets. And I'm like, hey, I know I'm not the smartest guy. I know I don't remember everything. I'm not claiming to. But I'm like, what did I just hear? I'm like, is he mad right now? So I just let it go. I was like, it's on film, whatever, but I had to let it go because now we're still waiting on the tickets because I'll be honest with you, in my opinion, if you're not going to present tickets, then none of it happened. If it doesn't fit where you said that you went, but you can't present the tickets or you can't present an itinerary, it didn't happen. It's that simple. There's no, I'm not going to get angry about it. It just didn't happen. That's it. And then you're not going to have to worry about me. You have to worry about everybody else that invested their time dedicating to trying to break everything down, how pissed they're going to be, and the fallout from that. So I'm like, whatever. Either you give me the tickets or you don't. If you don't give me the tickets, now you got to deal with these guys. So whatever. But then after that, shortly thereafter, David Weiss came in. I think, and I can't prove it, Dave might have had a little bit of a good time at dinner. He was enjoying himself, right? Some libations or two. And he was really upset. Dave was really upset. Now, he didn't like how he felt that we were attacking him. We were going after him and we didn't have any evidence. And I was like, my thing is when you don't have anything to present, and you can't remember, you don't argue. You just shut up and you just let him talk. So it's like, all right, well, Dave, okay, you could keep yelling. You could keep talking. Dave yelled and we let him talk. And when we had a point or two or three, we let him know. But then it's like, do we have to play the whole Weiss files right now? Do we really have to go into the Weiss files and then have to have you explain? So I think Dave knows where we stand, especially here in the Foundry, where the Foundry is critical of everybody. There's those of us in the Foundry that have been critical of me at times, right? And I totally get it. Like, it's hard to trust anybody in and around the community, right? But I think it's all for good reasons. And so I don't get mad at anybody for being critical of anybody else here in the Foundry. But definitely I'd say, hey, check our past, check the fruits of our labors, right? And I know I'm a little bit long-winded, right? Forgive me. But David Weiss has had plenty of opportunity, right, to come in and explain himself properly to the Foundry. And he is where he is now, and the final experiment is over, and we have our minds somewhat made up based off of I guess you could call them results. I don't even know. I think it's still a work in progress. But what do you say to much of that, the stuff that you care about? Tell me.
Well, first of all, about David Weiss coming in on Vika's show like this, it's a disgrace, because that shows you that even though he portrays himself as a prominent figure of flat Earth, representative of flat Earth, look at that behavior. It's not acceptable. You can be mad at somebody. You can yell at. There's no problem, but insult him the way he did, it's like, I don't know. It's disgraceful. He acted exactly as a glober, insulting, denying evidence, accusing you of his own thing. Because what he did is this: he said he tried to portray himself as a victim, like if we were betraying him. But it's the opposite. He's betraying us, and he's not a victim. We are, but we are reacting to what he did to us. This is the reality. Now the thing is that, to my mind, he had no other choice than to act the way he did. Because what can he say? Can he say calmly, okay, you made a video, let's talk about it, let's discuss it? He cannot say it, because as soon as he's going to sit down and talk about it, it's over for him. It's cooked. That video just exposes him so clearly that he cannot just like discuss it like calmly. It's done. So he's going to play a game. He's going to play a game like he's a victim, and he's going to carefully tell you that he drank before, in case that he has to apologize. He's going to say, oh, you know what, because I drank. This is all bullshit. So this is all like engineered. I understand his mind. And the thing is that again, um doing what he did um on Vika's stream shows you who is really, because you shouldn't lose control. Even if you attacked, if you made mistakes, if never lose control. Just react as a man, and if you can as a leader. You understand? So the thing is that I think is cornered, and I'm going to tell you something else. David Weiss had a podcast, like he went on a podcast on the tinfoil sombrero, I think, like a week ago.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
what's
Something like that. Yeah.
yeah, what's very interesting, just pay attention, is that on that live stream, the first half an hour, he started uh, insulting and accusing everybody that accuses him of wrongdoing, and people that are like talking bad about him, and he just accused everybody, Banjo, everybody, but not me. He didn't even mention the Wise file. Why
Hmm.
not? Is the main thing against him now is the Wise file. So the thing is that when you think about it, on the tinfoil sombrero, you have people that never heard about the Wise file, don't know what's going on. So I believe that's what happened. He didn't want to mention it, because even though by mentioning it, in a bad way, people will have just go and check, and when you check the Wise file, you it's over for him. So the thing
Hmm.
is that he was scared to mention it. This is clear. But here, since we are talking about it, he doesn't have to avoid that. He just can just talk about it, because it's already exposed here. But over there, it's not
Hmm.
going to mention it. You understand? So
Yeah.
the thing is that this is all about you know malicious spirit, malicious. It's all malicious. It's not like it's disgusting. It's disgusting the way he says, show me one evidence, I'm going to show you the entire video is an evidence. There
Hmm.
are many
Hmm.
things, like for example, I give you one thing very simple, just to tell you how he makes fun of us, how he insults our intelligence. When he says about the drone gate, oh, the drone gate is retarded, it's stupid. You know why? Because I have a drone that beeps all the time like crazy. Then the drone, in on the TV footage is bullshit. It's retarded.
Right.
What the hell is that reasoning? First of all, we have to believe that he has one exact same drone. Second of all, we have to believe that he's beeping all the time. Third of all, we have to believe that all these drones are beeping like crazy.
Right.
Four, we have to believe that that drone in the footage was not beeping like crazy. That was perfectly working. Is beeping like crazy,
Right.
and because of that, it is retarded. Can you believe this fucking guy?
No, you're right.
And
You're
I
absolutely
this
right
is this what the
because
fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that guy? We're gonna have to put his ass back in place and show him what he is. What he's fucking with us? What is he crazy? So these people, I'm gonna tell you something. These guys, they are just like formed and trained to deal with idiots, with retarded. That means that people that just don't have the time to think or don't care. They're good at this. But as soon as you get up and you start showing them that you're thinking, and you're not going to take shit from anybody, then they don't know what to do. They're panicking and they're losing control. This is what's going on, because you don't know how to handle that situation he's in now, that he put
Mhm.
himself in. Because I didn't do nothing. I just show him what he is. I didn't do nothing. I just put light on him.
You just
I didn't
present
accuse him on
everything.
anything. It would be stupid for me to accuse wrongfully somebody. Why? Especially for somebody that I like, that I respected. You understand? So that was
Hmm.
not easy for me. It was hard. And actually, I did that video also to make sure 100%. I was like 95% sure that that guy was not genuine. But still, I had to make sure, because he speaks fast, he speaks a lot, so using speed and quantity, and people don't follow. They cannot catch him, because he makes like 5 6 interviews a day, and he just like he speaks very fast, and he with the right tone and everything. So it's like a professional, and he
Hmm.
uses double language all the time. So people, so that's why I had to freeze him, and put him
Break
on
it
the
down.
table and just, yeah, that's it. Break it down. And
Yep.
when you break it down, you see everything.
Yep.
It's clear.
And
It's
it's the
so
same thing. It's the same thing that we've gotten in the past with Globus talking fast, forcing us into how they think. And you want to know something? Shout out to the community, man. Shout out to the community for standing on their square, not budging, not moving. Because you want to know something? It's easier to get somebody within the community to force you into thinking that they're innocent. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to, hey, just investigate, look for yourself. You don't believe me? Okay, that I get it. Just look for yourself. If you find something wrong, let's talk about it. But I assure you, my hands are clean. But you can look. You know what I'm saying? Instead of that, getting screamed at, getting yelled at about how they're fucked up, how they're this, how they're that. Recently, I've had the same thing happen with me with a guy, Banner, David Banner, right? He's got his own channel. He's a guy from South Africa. He says that I'm a shill. And I was like, okay, well, come on up. I've been looking for his channel because I think I cut him off because I feel he's a racist and I don't want racists on my channel. I just don't. And I don't want to put up with it. And that's why I don't have him here no more. I was looking at to get him back on here so we could discuss why he thinks I'm a show, because that's been going around. He's been saying this, he's been echoing this. So I want to let him on. I'll be like, have you looked in my past? Have you looked me up? Right. And because I want to give him an opportunity to look for himself and to be honest. Right. If you're going to say this about me, I'm giving you a chance to look and be honest. Like, what did I say? What triggered this? But my thing is not to ridicule and cuss him out, but at least give him an opportunity. I think instead of us getting cussed at, because we were called retards for finding the dang faults that we did everywhere, right? And people are going to find these faults. Well, you got a big giant platform. You need to expect big giant pushback sometimes, even from your own people. This is what's going to happen. And so you need to learn how to roll with those punches and deal with it, or you don't need to be around here. Or don't you know what I'm saying? Like, who do you think we are? We flat earthers became flat earthers for a reason. We weren't born like this. You know what I'm saying? We developed into flat earthers because we recognized enough lies. We know what that shit smells like, that when we start smelling that shit again, we get mad and then we act a certain way. It repulses us. And so even if somebody within our own community starts acting a little bit weird, like, it pisses us the hell off, and all for good reason. Dave, you got to understand that. And all you guys that are under the gun, like, you got to see that part. And if you're not willing to talk about it, and you still get that flack within the community, that's probably your fault. But we also make ourselves available for you to talk it out with us. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I think even though we're kind of divided, right, in our own way, right, we're still better working together and understanding and respecting each other. Last thing we want is for somebody to not respect you or disrespect you because they think you're hiding something or they feel you're lying, right? Especially with a channel like Dave's, you know what I'm saying? Um, it's
just
like
like
you
you
got
said,
a huge.
sorry, with the guy
Yeah,
just said
yeah,
that, accuses you to be a chill. Well, first of all, anybody has the right to believe that anybody can be a chill. I have no problem with this. People tell
yeah.
me I'm a chill. I have no problem. But the problem is about the form, how you put it in form. Because if you go and publicly say, "Hey, you guy, you a chill," so this is stupid. If you believe somebody is a chill or somebody is acting like the way me might be a chill, so you have to say, look, what did you say that? What did you do that? How come you have this T-shirt there? Whatever, because it looks like you belonging to the other side. So then we discussing. We can discuss, but accusing you like this to be a chill. This is the point is just to hurt you, just to it doesn't make sense. If you believe someone is a chill, you do what I did. You just expose him. You, you put it together and you deduct it from all kinds of different facts, different points. So again, people that are acting like as racist with you or telling you that you're chill is just to hurt your feelings because they have nothing else. What else can they do? Can they
Yeah.
discuss flatters? They cannot discuss it. Can I
No,
just like so that's
no,
all they
no.
get. Just
At the
just
end of
why
the
go
end of
ahead,
the
go ahead.
day, but at the end of the day, the thing is to be honest. And you know, It's always just to be upfront. Really, that's it.
It's
That's it.
easier too. It's much easier. you know, I tell you, lying is not good. I tell you, especially when I was a kid, a teenager, I used to lie a lot. I used to lie a lot, and I hated it at one point because I never remember what I
You
said,
remember
and I
shit.
always get caught in the lies, and it's
Yeah.
just so stupid. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
it's
better.
not.
It's better to be straight. Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's not even worth it. It wastes your time. It
No.
wastes everybody else's time. But also, like, if we want to get spiritual about it, this is what I think. I think that lies do have a physical effect on your body. I think they have
Exactly.
a physical, because if we want to believe that we're made up of water, I tend to believe that, right? That we are made up of water, right? Mostly water, right? That water it records everything. So every cigarette that you smoke, every joint that you smoke, if you smoke crack, every piece of crack that you smoke, your body's going to remember that. Every time you eat well, your body remembers that. Every time you lift weights, your body, like when you lift weights and you haven't lifted for a long time, like you're used to lifting 350 pounds, you haven't lifted for a long time. After lifting for a week and a half, you're back to lifting 300 pounds. You know what they call that? They call that muscle memory. Most of your muscles are made of water. So even physically, your body remembers. When you go around, you're like, hey, I used to do this when I was a kid. As soon as you get that thing within your purview, if you used to skateboard as a kid and you haven't skateboarded for 40 years, as soon as they throw a skateboard underneath your feet, you're back to skateboarding again, right? You get that muscle memory. Your mind remembers exactly where it was, how it did it back in those days. So my thing is, even with the words that you speak, even with the actions that you perform, right? Your body remembers. Your cells remember on a cellular level. I guess we could break it on down to a spiritual level. That after you die, all that information has to go somewhere. All that information, right? All that stuff that's collected within your cells. And when you hear people saying, "Oh, you're going to have to answer to that when you die," I really feel that yeah, you have to answer for your actions, right? Whether they're big, whether they're small, it doesn't matter. Every single action that you take, it's basically like after you die, you have to face the tax collector and you're being audited. And every purchase that you make, whether it's with your mind and your actions by words or just actions alone, right? You have to account for that.
And
So,
truth is about peace also. It's about peace of mind. Look at the flat Earth model. It's peaceful.
mm,
Look at the globe model. It's hyperactive. It's like it's mad. It's madness. Like spinning
mhm,
around, all over the place, and just like with complex. You have to find, to explain complexity. So it's so complex that it's you cannot even reach it. So it's madness. You have on one side, hyperactive madness, and on the other side, like uh, peace. And this is actually the same. When you lie, somehow you're not in peace. You somehow, because you're aggressive when you lie, it's because you want to take something from somebody. You want to dominate. So you're at war all the time, at war, and within yourself also, I believe. But when you don't have to lie, you can defend yourself, with the truth. But when you don't have to lie, you're at peace. You don't have
yeah,
to think, what I said to that guy, what did I do, what did I
one
say.
and done.
Yeah, it doesn't have to worry. You just
Yeah.
it's
Easy.
simple.
It's
Yeah.
easy. It's less stress. It's just easier. And
Yeah,
I
much
know
easier.
from experience, I used to BS people that I loved, right, or the person that I loved at one time, and I paid the price. I paid the price for it, and rightfully so. I'm not crying about it. I'm accepting that the results of my actions, right? But I think it's a good lesson, especially since I'm still alive, to have learned so I can progress onto this. Because
Of
to me,
course.
I feel that this is one of the most ultimate, this is the like ultimate truth in understanding and being able to communicate with other people of that think the same way. The best and the only way to communicate with other people within this community is with the truth. Because if we start acting any other way, we won't. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Um, it doesn't matter what you get. It doesn't matter how much money you make because of it for lying. It's not worth it at the end of the day.
but
So
you know, something that is also true is that when you think about it, you know, truth has also a dark side. That means that first of all, truth comes with responsibility, and that's not easy to you know to bear. You know, because when you know something, when you know things, then what do you do with it? You have some knowledge. You know that the other guys need that knowledge. You have to explain those things. You have to transmit that knowledge. So you know, just to keep it for yourself, it's not the spirit. So it comes with responsibility. It comes at a high cost also sometimes. You know, you're gonna lose a lot sometimes when when you accept the truth. When you fight for the truth, you're gonna you're gonna lose. You know, also a lot. But it's worth it. At the end, it's worth it because at the end you gain more than what you lost. But it's not always always easy. The truth, especially in
oh hell no.
our generation, because everything is fake, everything is a lie. So you know, when you come up with a truth, you know, with a truth like a madman, somehow you can be, you know, looked at as a virus somehow.
Hmm.
Somehow. So the thing is that it's not, you know, there are also like, you know, things that are not easy to deal with, you know, when you deal with the truth. But that we have to. It's just, again, like JJ will
That's
say,
our
it comes with the
currency.
territory. Yeah.
Yeah, not just that. It's that's our currency here in the flat Earth.
Well,
Like I feel that really that's what we have. That's the only thing that's keeping us afloat, really. Because with you could have as big a community, we could have all the money in the world. If we start getting out of it and we start bullshitting people, like we're lost, we're done. We're just like everybody else out there. As soon as we start bullshitting, so um, our truth is our gold. You understand? That's our currency. That's like the real deal stuff that we can deal with. And so for all those globers out there, like they find themselves in quite a predicament to where they need to come to our channel and they need to talk mess because really they don't have anything and they know that. And so what do? They come with their lies every other time. Outside of that, they come with their lies and they know who they are. And for all you guys that come with your lies to my channel and other people's channels, you know what you're doing. And what we're saying is exactly that. You're ultimately going to have to answer. So let me get off that high horse. But definitely, I'd like to talk about what happened on Vikas. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't expecting any of that, but I wasn't surprised at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I could see why uh, Weiss would get mad, and I could see why Witsit would be annoyed, and it would draw his attention. But at the same time, we still have questions, and they need to be answered, right? Like they need to be answered, and if we don't find truth in it, people are gonna have a problem with it, and I think you're gonna have to deal with that. You just got to deal with it, and if you can't provide the tickets, it's not making you look any better. Like just ask for fucking tickets. I don't think I need to be cussed out. I don't think I need to be told that because if listen, Sam, if you said you went somewhere, say you said you went to Italy, we didn't believe you. Before you showed pictures of the Tower of Pisa, Venice, Tuscany, having a bottle of Chianti, you don't want to do all that. What you're going to do first, you're going to show everybody this is my ticket right here, and it has my name on it. Here's my seat number, and then you're gonna go in those steps. We didn't even get tickets, so everybody arguing the stitching and this and that. Like I get it, but if we don't have tickets, then none of that happened.
have you seen that video I posted on my channel about the Toon Gate, Mac Toon Gate? Have you seen that?
No,
There is a Flawless channel. It's a woman, I think. I don't know. I don't remember the name.
Rusted
And I think,
Souls.
yes, I think so. It's possible. I don't. I forgot. But the thing is that she did a great job because she compared the faces of Mactoon. You know, like at 3 days before, you know, and after, you know, TFE, and you see that the hair are much longer. You see there are like, you know, there's a mole here that disappeared. It's like it's huge. It's like you know, in the movie industry, when you have actors like Al Pacino that are playing like in recent movies, these guys are old. They have wrinkles and everything. So there are programs, that can make them look like, like
Smooth.
younger.
Yes, 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 yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the thing is that it's very interesting because it might indicate that they might have faked also the timing. You understand? So again, I
Hmm.
don't have enough information to say anything, but I advise you to go and to check that video because it's very very interesting. You can see clearly um, big differences within 3 days about the hair, about the skin, about
Yeah.
everything. It's like whoa.
Yeah.
We should have
I'm
looked
a
at that before, but we didn't never thought of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. But one of the things here's the thing that a couple of people, I think it might have been Flat Bob or it might have been Brian Royce, somebody, a couple of the guys in the foundry that were on JJ's last night asked a really good question. Sam, did you ever think about David Weiss's app, right? Dude,
Yes, of course.
do they not have David Weiss's app?
Who?
The guys that went, like Jaron, the other people, if they had his app, wouldn't they have appeared at the place? Wouldn't their thing have appeared in Antarctica? Wouldn't their blip have appeared, their blue blip, right?
I cannot say I'm not I don't understand all these things, but yeah, it's interesting to see that they didn't have the video voice app. Actually they didn't even mention it, so I cannot say nothing about this because I don't understand enough to be able to speak about it. But yeah, it's might be a good trail. It might be something interesting. But
Right.
anyways, I tell you, I've talked to a guy I know, and he told me, "Look, these people are like all paid by the CIA. They have their paycheck from the CIA. But you know what? I checked them, and when they were like broadcasting live, I checked their signal, and they were actually there. So, so I said, look, you just said that they work for the CIA. Do you think the CIA can fake a signal, or it's not possible? Maybe it's like it's not possible, or is it possible?"
I think they
It's so
could if
it's
it
so
was that
easy. It's
serious.
so
Yeah,
it's so easy. I think
sure.
I think I think I can do it if I learn a few things. I'll be able to do it. Just give me the right equipment. I can do it. It is so
Mhm.
easy. It's so easy to fake a wave signal, a radio signal. It's easy.
Yeah,
So,
but my
anyways,
thing
but I
is,
won't go to I don't want to go to that extent. But anyways, just to
right,
tell you that again, like I said to Mark Keegan, in order to prove that you were there, all of your footage have to be genuine, just not like a part of it. It's just like it's ridiculous. You
right,
cannot just take a picture of a movie of something that we don't even know if they took it. Maybe
right,
somebody
right.
else took it. I know that Anthony Powell was there in Antarctica just before they went. So we don't know. And this guy is a master in faking, videos. He's been
Right.
caught a few times. So the thing is, like, we know it's all fake, and but there is more to it, and I'll explain later on. But there is much more to it. I believe that some of these mistakes were made on purpose because it's too big. They're not that stupid. I
Right.
mean, you have to be totally stupid to make so many mistakes and so many
Well,
big mistakes and so many stupid mistakes. That
well,
this for me, it's like you can make mistakes, you can make stupid mistakes, but that many?
I think dealing in any kind of dishonesty at this point in the game, like you've lost. That's my thing. Dealing in it, even it with the vape thing, right? That we're being told we're not seeing. Like I don't even know. I'll be honest with you, Sam. I don't know why we're being told that we didn't see him vape and then blow in the camera when we all saw it. You know
So
what I'm
so there is
saying?
there is an
Why do,
important
why do,
point
why
here.
do we get why do we keep getting told that we didn't see that or that's
Yeah,
not what
yeah.
he did? Like I don't
Bec-
understand.
so because they're playing us for suckers, I believe that we're stupid. They so much convince themselves that we are stupid because in the industry of lies, when you're a professional liar, they teach you to believe your own lie. You have to believe your own lie to be able to sell it. You understand?
Mhm.
But the thing is that sometimes people can fall in their own trap and really believe that we are stupid, really believe that we are retarded, and then surprise. We're not stupid and we're not retarded. And then they just come back to reality. Reality. They just like wake up to reality, just like David Weiss is doing. I believe it's coming back to reality now. But the
Mm,
thing is that about that vape thing, there's something interesting. Is that okay? You don't want people to know that you are vaping. You don't want your wife, okay, to know that you are vaping. Okay, this is so ridiculous. As an explanation, it's such a ridiculous explanation. You have to be total retard to believe that. I mean, and what else would they have? What else could they say? Okay, just something like this. So to check it out. So
mhm.
okay, you don't want your wife to know that you are vaping. I'm with you. You know what? Let's play stupid. You want me to be stupid? Let's play stupid and let's communicate. So now
Sure.
check it out. Now, if that is the case, how come you vaping in front of a camera that is going to be broadcasting that footage, worldwide?
Mm,
That's the first thing that doesn't make sense. The second thing is this: you have a desert of snow or ice. You have one tripod in the middle. Like all you can see is that tripod. There's nothing else to see there. Like almost nothing else. So
mhm,
that means you can see that you're in the objective of the camera.
mhm,
You can see it. It's like clear. The camera is right here. So why can't you just hide, go behind something, so you know that you're not going to be caught into the objective? But it doesn't do that. And I'm going to tell you a possible reason because I don't know, but it's just like speculation, but it's a good one.
mhm.
If he was really in the desert of ice with a
Right.
tripod, he would have seen that tripod, he would have seen that camera, and of course he would have hid from the camera because he doesn't want his wife to know or anybody to know that he's vaping. No problem. But here he is, right in front of that tripod. I'm going to tell you what's the possibility here. When you're in a studio, like a big studio, like the Sphere or something, you don't have a tripod with a camera. You have
Mhm,
like many cameras all over the place. It's a big mess. People going around and everything, and technology all over the place. You don't even know where the cameras
mhm,
are. You don't even know for sure where they are. You understand? It's not like you have like one camera looking at you. So it's more confusing in closed environment, in a studio type environment, to know where the cameras are placed exactly than it
mhm.
is in the desert. So that means this is what I call a totally stupid mistake, just to vape in front of a camera that's right in front of you that you cannot miss. In order not to wife not your wife not to know that you are vaping. This is so absurd that
It's
is it's
I,
laughable. It's like
that's actually when that came up that we thought we saw him, and I was like, he might be lying because that was like the first thing I thought. I was like, okay, well, he might be lying because he didn't want his wife to catch him, and then that caught fire, and then that became the quote unquote reason as to why he ultimately lied about it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what bothers me. What not even that he smoked. I don't care if he smoked a whole chimney, right? It's just that why would you lie to us about it? Like, okay, if that's it, then why would you tell us now? Why are you going to tell us now? I didn't do that. And now you have people admitting that that's exactly what you did. People on your side saying that's exactly what you did, but you're coming back to us and you're saying I didn't do that. So I'm just like, you know what? I don't care. Just give me the tickets at this point. Like you guys have lost all confidence. And so I'm wondering now, with their because I feel because of them, the community's broken. It's broken in a sense that you have purists. You have people that just want the truth. That's it. I don't care if you got caught smoking what. I don't care if you got caught biting a person's arm. I just want the truth. That's it. Right? It'll make
but,
everything run smooth.
but the good thing about it is that it's gonna bring out like maybe a new kind of flat earthers or a different kind of flat earthers, because you can stay passive in front of these things. Like someone comes and makes fun of you, lies to you, insults your intelligence, and then you say, okay, I know that you lied to me, so I don't care, and I keep on doing my business. Then there are other people that are gonna say, what, you did that to me, I'm gonna show you. Now I'm gonna make you pay for what you did, and now I'm gonna avenge my brothers for what you did to them. You made fun of us, we're gonna take care of you. How do we take care of you? We're gonna make videos. We're gonna regroup, and we're gonna make a community much stronger and of better quality than than yours. So the thing is that like I always my agenda. I always said that you have to go on attack mode. We're on defense mode so far. Every time they're lying about us, about flat Earth, so we just comment about what they said. That's okay. That's good because it has to be also done for the record. But
Mm,
at one point we have to attack, and I don't think these people can handle an attack because they're not used to it. They used to deal with like flocks of like herds of you know passive animals, but not they don't know what to do is in front of a predator, a
yeah.
serious predator.
Yeah. So
So
real quick,
that's
let me answer Eugene. Eugene, I'll be honest with you. Like I don't have a problem with Flatsoid. I visit his channel from time to time. Roger Letterwell, shout out to you. I saw you earlier, so I want to say shout out to you. I'll visit his channel from time to time, say what's up. You know what I'm saying? But like it's he's got a different channel. He's got a different vibe. He's got a different thing going on. So shout out to Flatsoid and what he's got going on. Like you
yeah.
know I don't
Meet.
necessarily like he's got he does the Bible thing, right? And that's
Mhm.
cool. I don't know the Bible thing as well. I'm not going to claim that I do. I really don't. I know a couple of verses here and there, and when I hear something that's interesting, I'll kind of address it and I'll talk to you guys about it. Other than that, like that's as far as it goes. Like
Yeah,
Flatsword
exactly.
has his channel, and that's it. Why? What's up, Eugene? Is there you have something for me? So that's all I have for about Flatsoid.
Well, I go on floods with quite a few times. I went there, and I
Hmm.
have very good friend, very close friend of mine in the flooders community that are very good at judging people, and they proved it to me many times. They're very acute, and they told me, look, Flazoid, it's like kind of suspicious. He's doing this, he's doing that. He's friend with this one, this one. So I told them, look, I'm with you. I'm keeping my eyes open, but so far, and I've been there like quite a few times, I don't see anything alarming about him. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't see everything. But so far, so good. So it's hard for me to. It's very hard for me because on one side, I kind of believe my friends because I know that they're good at what they're doing, and they're right almost every time. I think every single time. I don't not even almost. But in this case, I don't see nothing. What can I say? I
Mm.
don't see nothing. The guy is like, he has good reasoning. He's working hard. He's like, learning the Bible. He's like investigating thoroughly the verses. He's fighting with people and everything. So I don't know. For now, I cannot pronounce myself. I have nothing to say. That's the truth. I cannot just take sides for now.
Right.
But again,
That's fair. I think that's fair.
what can I
I
tell
ain't
you?
got no problems with that. My thing is, I try not to just have beef with people that I don't need to have beef with. Flatoid's got his channel. He's got a pretty solid one from what I've seen in the past. And he operates it the way he operates it. So, we let him do his thing. Flatoid does
Uh,
his
th-
thing.
there's also something, a couple of things that I wanted to bring. Also, first of all, you know, being a flat earther, it's also licensed to be wrong sometimes on certain subjects.
Sure.
Because I tell you why. Because as again as long as we flat earthers and that we are seeking for the truth, being wrong about something about somebody, doesn't matter because it's a question of time until you find the truth or until the truth finds you because you are seeking for it. So it doesn't matter if we don't have the same opinions, the same beliefs, the same, or if we make mistakes on this guy. It doesn't really matter as long as we remain flourishers and we want to seek the truth. Now
Mhm.
there's another thing about the chills and Freemasons, and I've been thinking a lot about it, and I believe that the 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 circles where you can find, I believe, the highest concentration of people that know that the earth is flat is actually in the intelligence community. all these people from CIA, whatever, Mossad, MI6, or I don't know, FSB, all these people, they have access to intelligence reports. They have access to to intel, so they must know that the Earth is flat. And if some of them are like uh, how do you call it, sent to on mission to undermine the movement, so of course they also know that the Earth is flat because they have to
They have a
fight.
job, right?
Yeah, they have a job.
They
So
have a
I
job.
actually now I have a big question for you. Can a CIA agent or Freemason be a flat earther? Let's say, for example, there's a guy that's a
Probably.
Freemason, okay, but he's a flat earther, so he's not here to like undermine the community, but he's a Freemason. He's also a flat earther. I don't know if it can work together because I don't know if he can promote flat earth because maybe it's gonna go against its community, its Freemason community. But that's a good question also. Can a CIA agent, a true CIA agent, or true be a flat earther? I believe that yes, as long as he doesn't
Absolutely.
spy on us or he doesn't do us harm, of course anybody
I
can be
think
a flat
they.
earther.
I think there are a lot of people that are flat earthers that still work within those communities, right?
Oh, I'm
And they
I'm
still
I'm
work in
sure.
those agencies because it's like they just separate their work, right, from
Yeah,
what
from
they
the
know is the truth. They separate, and I operated on that. That's how I functioned, right? I knew what the truth was. I still went and I still performed my missions when I was enlisted, and
Mhm.
I knew what the truth was, right? And I was like, this kind of sucks, but you know what I'm saying?
The
But
only thing is that they might not be able to promote flutters because we
no,
won't maybe it will cause problems with their job. I don't know. I don't know if you can be a active flatterer and a CIA agent. I don't know. Well, I don't know. It's possible,
yeah,
but anyways, in other words, we have to be intelligent about it. If we find that someone might belong to a CIA or something, we have to make sure that it's just not like just a job. It's just like that is not like working against us. That's the main thing. And even if you don't work for the CIA, you can also work against us. It's like anybody can work against us and have to
mhm,
belong to CIA for that. But the thing is that that's interesting because I believe that why do I bring this up? Because I believe that these people at one point might help us. Because if you know that the Earth is flat and if you understand the extent of the importance of that subject and you have access to information, at one point you're going to want to help the community. So I believe that we might have help from these people at one point. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I believe it makes sense. If I
mhm.
was working for CIA and I was a traveler, I will try to do something to help the community. That's for sure. Without endangering myself or my job, of course. But this is
It's
what I believe I
it's
will do.
it's funny who they make officers in the CIA, like CIA Fed workers, right? They make a lot of people that are good at following orders, right? Like people say that Mormons tend to make really good CIA agents.
Yeah.
Mormons, I'm sure you probably heard something similar to this, but they
No,
say
no,
that.
no, no, no. Mormons. I don't know much about them. Like Amish Mormons. I don't know.
Yeah. So Mormons, out of Utah, typically out of Utah or on the west coast of the United States, you find a lot of Mormons, right? And we're being told that they make great CIA agents because they can do things straight face, like no emotion. They're just there to follow orders, and then after they are done with work, they go home, have their little glass of milk, and then they go to bed with their and they have sex with their pajamas on. So shout out to all you Mormons out there. I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time. That's just a joke. But yeah, so this is just stuff that I've been hearing about and everything else like that. So I find that a little bit interesting. Carrie Skates, welcome, sir. Good to see you. Flat Bob, what's good? What's good? C Bass 516. What's happening, sir? Whoop whoop. What's good? Let's see who else is in the foundry. Who else we got? Active Kevin, Carrie Skates, Flat Bob. Let's see. Yeah, we see you guys. We see you guys. All right, so it's good to see you guys. It's amazing to see you guys. So yeah, it's just wild. It's just wild, man. And we're coming to an interesting time because here we are. Originally, that conversation with Vika and stuff started about Dr. Shiva. So we're finding strange events not taking place, right, with Dr. Shiva. And you know, Dave, okay, let's pretend. Let's just pretend. Let's pretend, right? Let's pretend that Dave has his heart in the right place. Let's just say that. And he just believes in Whitsit, right? And so he wanted Whitsit to go on that trip to do the Dr. Shiva experiment thing. Because Dr. Shiva wanted I guess Dave to pick somebody out the crowd. And so Dave, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, picked Austin Whitsit. If he believes in him and he really thinks Austin is a good candidate, I think, in my opinion, that I'm like, I could see why he'd pick Austin Whitsitt because Austin Whitsitt appears to be a smart guy in a perfect world, but we live in an imperfect world. So we are where we are. We don't trust David Weiss with the experiment. Why? I'm still unclear on why nobody I'm, I know, in my opinion, why, but the rest of the community, why they don't really jive with David Weiss going to do the final experiment, or the final, excuse me, but rather the experiment with Vika along with Whitsit. Now, Whitsit, I get, like Whitsit, I really understand, but Dave hasn't really been anywhere to go anywhere. So, my question then is this, guys: if anybody were to do an experiment, how would you do it? Right? Don't give me a million things in separate freaking texts, but give me in one text. How would you do it? Who would you pick? And what would you expect to see? Of course, we know that the earth is flat, but how would you expect to get the results? Is my question. If it was up to you and you could conduct it, you had the money, you had the resources, you had the time, and you can run these tests. And my thing is, I feel like I'm asking a redundant question because we already know it's flat. But our thing is to prove to everybody else with resources, money, and manpower that it's done, it's flat, right? Who would you pick, and how would you go about doing all this?
I
So
mean,
how
me
would you do it?
personal,
Yeah.
personally, what I can tell you, from my opinion, first of all, if I had to go there to prove something as important as that the Earth is a globe, that the Earth is not flat, and knowing that I'm dealing with a huge community of, like, conspiracy terrorists, so I'll make sure that I will never give them any excuse to say that I wasn't there or that it was fake. Or so, first of all, I would have not taken no technology, not in my phone, no green screen technology, nothing. Just a simple camera with all the batteries that I need to make a simple observation.
Yep.
No technologies. That first of all. Second of all, I will make sure to record every single move I do, every single time I go to take a coffee, I'm gonna have a receipt. Every time I smoke a cigarette, I'm gonna have someone takes taking a picture of me, and I'm gonna document it so much that nobody can say I wasn't there. That's
Yeah.
the basics. That's the basics. And then of course, I'll if I cannot make a live, I won't make a live, but I can record simply, what I see, and just transfer it to whoever. But it should be very simple. It shouldn't be that complicated. It should be very simple.
Yeah.
It's
Straightforward.
there's
No agenda.
straightforward.
We're
Yeah, you
just we're
go.
just collecting data and then we're gonna present it. That's it.
That's it. That's very simple. Just do it.
Yeah.
So my point is that, knowing how much they screwed up, uh, it becomes suspicious, because the problem is that, a lot of people are like shouting like victory. Yes, TFE failed. Is the failed experiment. Like David Weiss is saying, in his last video, the failed experiment.
Mm,
But did it fail really? Well, in proving that the Earth is a globe, yes, of course. And my question is now, was that the real objective of TFE,
mhm.
or was there another objective? Like, because it becomes suspicious to me that you go to prove that the Earth is a globe and that you screw up so much. It's like it's not normal. It's above average. Like I think if you had taken like a team of Mongolian retarded people, then we wouldn't have screwed up so that much. I don't think so, really. I think this is nuts. This is crazy. And to believe that all these mistakes were made like not on purpose, it's hard for me to believe that some of them were not made on purpose. Now, of course, if they were made on purpose, what was the point? So that's why I'll discuss later on. But the thing is that I'm investigating still. The waste file is still going on. I'm still investigating um, other things, different angles of that file, and I believe that the TFE actually, had not the objective to prove that the Earth is a globe because they cannot prove the Earth is a globe. So they could you say they could divide the community. Maybe the objective was to divide the community. Yeah, it's possible. But I believe that the real success of TFE, and this is a fact, is to have turned Jaren into a glober
Hmm.
and to have turned Austin with it in a new race of flat earthers, the ones that are going to believe not that the 24-hour sun in Antarctica is possible on a flat earth. And
Hmm.
that's going to that's going to start giving all kinds of people coming up with like crazy new flat earth models without a dome, with like different domes rolling up, and you can see the sun when you are in Russia, and and in Santiago you can see the same sun, crazy madness like this, like different flat earth models. So
Hmm.
those are the two for me, the two real objectives of TFE, disguised in the objective of like proving that Earth is a globe. So people are going to believe, oh well, they failed, so they didn't succeed, while actually they did reach their objective. Now, of course, we have to know what they're going to do with this. What's the point into turning Jaren into a glober and Austin Wisit into a new breed of flat earthers?
Hmm. Hmm.
So there is an answer to that too, but I don't think now is the time to discuss about it because it's still under investigation. We cannot discuss an ongoing investigation.
Yeah, I feel you, but hold on. I see you. See, Lightning, I see you. You're not hidden, homie. I don't know why they're not answering you, but I see you. So no, I feel you. It's like it's a fragment. They fragmented us again, right? You've got flat Earth A, flat Earthers A, flat Earthers B,
Well,
flat Earthers C, possibly,
but to put it this way,
and more
for
division.
that guy Dave Weiss to have been able to fool so many people for so long, that means the people behind TFE, behind all this thing, they're much smarter than we think. When we look at the Will Duffy, for me, it's just like a patsy. It's nothing. Just that they used him but there are people behind that operation, and these people are not stupid. So
Hmm.
I believe that David Weiss has many qualities, and he uses them for doing what he believes he has to do. But the thing is that don't underestimate them. They're not that stupid to make so many mistakes and to do all what they did. So there is something else going on. There is something fishy there. There is something that's going on, and to my mind, we are being played.
Hmm.
And when you think about it and when you analyze all that, there is an explanation to all this, and we're working on it. When it's going to be
Hmm.
ready, maybe we'll tell you now. We're still working on it, but that's my opinion. Don't shout
Keep working on
victory
it.
too early.
Oh no, 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 no. It's a slow process, and I'm okay with that. I'll be honest with you. It's a lot faster than what I'm expecting, but I would believe that the reason the speed in which the flat Earth community is growing is because of the possibilities of the internet and everything else. But other than that, like I'm not worried about it. Like my thing is this, man. If the truth is out there, we'll let it do what it does. We don't have to force it. We don't have to make it run any faster. It's going to get around to everybody. And when it does, they get to do with that information as they see fit. In the meantime, I think it's good that we keep pushing the truth. That's it. And
Of
we
course.
keep questioning everything else. Because here's my thing, Dave Weiss and all you guys, like we don't hate you, right? All right, now there might be people out there that absolutely hate you, right? That's
No, we don't
their
hate.
prerogative, right? But we don't hate you. Our thing is we just want the truth. And the last thing we need or want is to have people within our community giving us bullshit. If we feel you're bullshitting us in any way, we don't want to deal with you. A lot of us. Other people will just be flat out coming out saying whatever it is they say because they feel like you're trying to pull wool over their eyes. But then everybody else is like, oh, it's another shyster. I don't want to have to deal with them. And so I'm just gonna back off. Like this is not good. Right. So I mean, you gotta understand where people are coming from. Taking those guys is defending those guys, and we see so much hope in this thing. Like it just don't make you look good. But whatever, that's Vlad's opinion. You could you could do with it as you please. You don't have to do anything with it, right? You still have people that like you, okay, and you still have people that will follow you. In the meantime, we're gonna do what we do, and we're doing it out of honesty. Like I just do my shit out of honesty. I don't sit there and I don't slander people either. You understand? So know that. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, man. So let's see. We also have we got this comet that's supposed to be this comet. They're like the 29th of October, the comet is gonna be, and I'm like, oh brother. They're talking about the CI Atlas and
Well,
how it's
those are drills, those are drills because every time they come
yeah.
up with some shit like this, they're checking people's reaction on internet, on TikTok, and they're just preparing for the real deal that they're preparing. And so they're making drills like this. Oh, there is a comet, there is an asteroid, there is this, there's a danger, and then they're watching people like mice, into a laboratory. They're just like watching us, see how we react. Are we ready to believe the big finale? They're preparing us. So that's all. You just look at it like this. Nothing's gonna happen with that comet. With nothing's gonna happen with this is a bunch of crap. It's a drill. It's a drill.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I could tell you that it's all fake. And my thing is, if you know that it's fake, then you can walk past it. Definitely observe what they're doing and how they're trying to do it, but
And that
remember Project Blue Book and those other things associated, and know that they're just full of it. They just like that jab. They're looking to see who they can get to react and jump on it. You know what I'm saying? It's no different.
You see, just like that guy, that Avi Loeb, there, that Israeli American,
That theoretical
scientist.
physicist, yeah, for
Oh
Harvard.
man, he represents everything I hate, like a fake Jew, saying things like totally against the people of Israel and the Torah. When he says, for example, when you look at the sky and you see, all the 100 billion stars, and then, it will be arrogant to believe that we are alone. No, you motherfucker, to be arrogant to make people believe that there's 100 billion stars when it's all bullshit, just to carry your agenda and you fake idea that there is alien civilizations. That's
Yeah,
what's arrogant. You
and
understand?
he's
And actually, the Torah tells us that we are unique. We are central in the universe. There's nothing. There's no other life. This is it. This is the world that exists. There's
we're
no
the only
space. This
show
is
in
just
town.
of course we're the biggest deal here. And these people are trying to break that. Tell us, oh, we insignificant. There are people more advanced, and those are like, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's like it's ugly. It's so ugly to see like a so-called Jew, acting like against the basics of the Torah that made these people, and I can stand that. And this is also one of the reasons, Jose, I wanted to bring out why I felt compelled to do something against David Weiss, not just as a flourisher, but also as a Jew, because the way I saw it, that guy is giving a reason for the Jew haters to haters, and because what he's doing is also harming, to my opinion, the Jewish people, saying, hey, that he's Jewish, but acting the way he does, for me, it's like I had to react. I had like maybe more reasons than anybody else to react, and I'm glad I did.
Wow,
I'm glad I did.
wow, that's deep. That's deep.
Yes,
I
you
wonder if Dave
you
knows that.
you want to talk about the truth, man? Let's go.
Yeah.
The truth is heavy, man. But this is true. But this is exactly true. This is exactly true. You cannot say I'm Jewish and I'm going to just lie to everybody. I'm going to just insult everybody's intelligence. I'm going to betray everybody. And look at me, I'm Jewish. Yeah. Well, look at me, I'm Jewish too, motherfucker. And we're gonna see, who's Jewish at the end, who's gonna stay Jewish, and who's gonna stay in Israel. So that's the thing, that's why we're talking about the Illuminatis and the elites. And a lot of people say, oh, there's a lot of Jews over there. I tell you the truth, there are Jews over there. They're not the majority. They're a minority of Jews, bad Jews. But the thing is that the other guys that are not Jews, they are using Jewish mysticism. They are using the Torah. They are using Hebrew. They are using everything about the Torah and about Judaism, because to my opinion, of course, this is the real deal. So they're gonna pump out of this. They're gonna use that in order to to create their evil plans and everything. They're gonna inspire themselves out of these books. So all the people, even in the Vatican, they speak Hebrew. They have rabbis. They have books, Hebrew books that have been lost for like centuries. So they know things, and they are using Judaism. They are
Mhm.
using Judaism in order to to fight it and to fight everything else. So we have to be careful not to be fooled, because they are bad Jews, and we're going to take care of them. Believe me, because those people are like they're more responsible than anybody to my eyes, because they're supposed to fight the lies and not to promote them.
Mm.
And
So let me
but
ask
there
you
are.
something. Let me ask you
Go
something
ahead.
real quick, because when Dave Weiss first came onto the channel and spoke, like I asked him about the Talmud, and he said he didn't know it. Do you believe that?
No, I
Yeah,
think I tell you something. He's so
yeah.
used to confuse people with a double language that he's going to make himself appear also that he's like it's not. It's hard to pinpoint him, like to know exactly what he is. So he's
Mhm.
Jewish, but he's not really Jewish because he doesn't even know that the Talmud is a book. And then he says, "I'm more Christian than all the Christians." So you see, he's Jewish, but he's not Jewish.
Swiss
Is
Army Dave.
yeah, is a capitalist, but he's also an anarchist. You know, he was the first one to denounce TFE, but the first one to to defend TFE.
Yeah.
You understand?
Sometimes yes,
And
sometimes no.
is always like what we how we say in French as the S sitting on two chairs. That means that we don't know what it is. Is this, but is not this. Is this and the opposite. And this does the same thing in his speeches. He plays double language all the time. Like I say in the video, I show it matters, but it doesn't make a difference. It matters, but it doesn't make a difference. This is things that he says. You understand? This is a confusing language, because you cannot say
You
nothing
can't put right.
wrong about him, because he said what I believe. If you believe that this or this, if you believe that it matters, you're happy. If you believe that it doesn't make a difference, you're happy. But it doesn't go together. To say
It's
something matters but doesn't make a difference, you understand
yeah, no, no, totally. Yeah. And
we
part
call,
of
we call
what
that
makes him
monk shit. It's
right.
monk shit, like
Part of what makes
Jesuit
him
shit.
so makes him so appealing to a lot of people. And
Exactly.
a lot of people are apt to listen to him. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I get it.
you're gonna see when you're gonna come to that part of the video. You're gonna see that even when he describes the mountain, he says something like, you can see there are no difference between this and this, but there are some differences. About Antarctica, he says they were in Antarctica. Maybe they were somewhere else,
Hmm.
but they were
Hmm.
in Antarctica. So what the
Yeah,
hell? You see?
like that was
So that's
so
what.
confusing. And that was
Yeah,
so to me, that was so confusing. Like I was like, I'm done. I don't even want to hear it. Like
yeah.
I'm good. Like
I,
anybody else that wanted to tackle that and break it down, I was like, all right, if you want to, like,
uh,
cool, not for
like
me.
he said, I tell Jaron not to go. I told him not to go, and then we catch him saying, "Oh, well, I told him what that is an opportunity to go. We should go there." You see, so he says everything and the opposite. And I believe he gets caught in his own lies, in his own, if he fell in his own trap, because this is what's happening now. It's going to be like a hard awakening to reality for him, because at one point I believe that if he dares, we can have a meeting, we can discuss that this whole thing with the moderator, of course.
Right.
And we're gonna see, we're gonna close that file on him, because
Yeah.
it's sad, because I love the guy, he's likable, but of course he's gonna use that the fact that he's likable, he's gonna weaponize it. He's going to become popular, in order to weaponize his popularity against us. He's in a mission. He has a mission. He has a job to accomplish, and
Hmm.
he's doing it good. Except that lately he fucked up. He didn't take into account like a few things, and it's going to all backfire on him and on TFE and on everything else. So it's going to be a big screw up. But anyways, you see what happens. We got time.
Yeah, like
We got some
I'm
time.
interested. I'm interested to see what happens here in the next 6 months. I think I mean every day is an adventure here in this community. It just gets crazier and crazier as the days, weeks, and months go by. But it's always interesting. And I look forward to it, to be honest with you. And so it's just those that have a little bit more prominence in the community that are making more waves. And here's the thing, if you have a platform in which it's big and you can reach a lot of people, hey man, kudos to you. But please do not minimize the efforts of the other flat earthers out there that are out there doing the same thing, right? And if you think there's division, like take a step back and look at why there is division. Because there's a lack of trust. You cannot just
Well,
go into something and have faith. We're not about having faith. We can't do that. We can't operate like that. It's either yes or it's no. It's either A or it's B. There, like we want to minimize the in between because honestly, in between is what got us to the globe in the first place. Let's not forget that part. You understand? So we want to minimize that as much as possible. And really, in my opinion, that's one of the things that makes the flat earth and buying into it so attractive is that you can say what you mean what you say, and then keep it moving. People understand exactly what it is you're saying and where you come from, you know? But whether, and also if it's an opinion and if it's a fact, if you can prove this, if you cannot prove this, this is something we can voice freely. And this is what makes this so attractive. Like you got to understand when you bring something else, when you bring that shade of gray in here that doesn't need to be here, like it makes it the globe again. And that's a dangerous place to be. This is why you want to always just be upfront. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, who we got here? Oh wow, RG, it's gonna take a hold on. RG, welcome, man. Good to see you, family. RG
hey,
is hitting the Foundry, fam. Good to see you, bro.
RG, what's going
Welcome.
on, man?
RG gonna take like
RG is
RG
here,
gonna
but he's
take.
not here.
He's
He's
here,
here,
but
but he's
ain't
not
here.
here.
Yeah.
Well, what I wanted to say before he comes in is that actually, you said what's going to happen in the next 6 months. We can put it in one sentence. It's going to be an awakening in the awakening. That's the way I see it.
Oh, and an awakening within the awakening. I think I follow.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be like a deeper awakening. We woke up on the shape of the earth. Now we're going to wake up on the shape of the flat Earth community, on the shape of on our own shape.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So this is gonna be like it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
yeah. It's a
That's what.
wild it's a wild experience, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, it's gonna be. You're gonna see. You're gonna like it. We're gonna make it entertaining. That's for sure.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's not gonna be boring. Believe me.
Yeah. Go RG, what's up, man?
What's up, guys?
All right, chilling,
Hey,
Hey,
chilling.
it's
How
RG,
it's
you?
what's
not
up?
too loud in the background, is it? Hey, Sam, what's good,
No.
buddy?
Hey, Sam, what's going on? What's going on?
No,
It's
I
okay.
don't think it's
You can
loud
hear me
at
okay?
all. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, are you getting
Okay.
feedback from either me? I think are you guys getting feedback from me? Let me know.
No,
Because
it's
maybe
from
there's
RG.
something.
There's something behind RG. I don't know, some TV or some people or something.
Mm,
Hold on 1 second. 1 second, guys. Let me
mm,
So yeah, it's not gonna be boring. That's what I believe. There's a little I know it's not gonna be boring.
mm.
But it's important, it's important. That thing again, that Flutters thing is something important. It has biblical dimensions. It's not just like a trip to I don't know where. It's not like a social adventure. It's like it's something huge, and I don't even know where it's going to lead us because the truth is something that can lead you very very far.
Yeah. Now you
So
know, Sam, I've been
yeah.
thinking, man, like this government has said, and they
slide.
full of shit, but they've turned around and they've said recently, like we're expecting a moon to be around the Earth. They said it's going to be appearing here soon, and it's going to be in our orbit up until 2083. We're going to have a moon. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but that's what they've been saying.
No, I was familiar about the NASA saying that in 2024 they were going to go to the moon, they're going to going back to the moon, which they didn't go. But anyways, no, I don't know about this. Like, but a new moon, like you're saying, a new satellite around the Earth. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, they're saying a moon, an actual moon. Now, I haven't seen pictures of this moon. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I could
The
go
thing is,
back.
again, it's all kinds of drills because in their scenario, in their grand finale, it's going to be lots of parts there. So they're testing, that they're making drills and to test people's reaction on that part of their like their big scam there coming up. And I believe it's going to be like some kind of an encounter of the third type, like kind of fake alien contact civilization. So they're preparing people, just like with that comet there, saying, "Oh, that's intelligent. This is not,
Right.
man, these people,
Here we go, right here. I apologize. I don't want to cut you off, Sam, but here
No,
it
no,
is.
go ahead, go ahead.
This is what I'm talking about. It says, this is from Eco News, right? And before I continue, y'all, let me go ahead and let the Foundry have it. Here it is. Boom. Bap. There it is. Y'all get to enjoy it. But before I continue, Paul Johnson, listen, nobody's taking away David Weiss's accolades at all. Okay. If he said, we know he has 1 million shows a day and he does a lot. We know that. But there are certain things that we're willing to tolerate, and there's a lot that we will not tolerate, right? If we find that there is deception amongst us, we do our best to get rid of it because we can't function that way. You understand? I hope that makes sense. So, all right, let me continue. It says right here, it will be this moon that I'm talking about, right? It will be with us until 2083. Earth's companion will be surrounding us. Yeah, 2083. Yeah. Earth's companion will be surrounding us before drifting away at breakneck speed. Oh boy. So it says space fans are abuzz with the news of our world's newest celestial tag-along who has decided to stick with us. This space friend isn't a run-of-the-mill moon, however, but something considerably more intriguing that has moved unobtrusively in Earth's orbit. Scientists only recently established the enigmatic visitor will remain on Earth for decades before disappearing into space. All right. And then Asteroids 2025 PN7 is the Earth's new quasi-moon friend. Researchers in the University of Hawaii Pan-STARRS Observatory. Pan-STARRS, that's funny. That's one of the comets that appeared back in 2020. There were two comets, like Pan-STARRS and Neowise, that they said was in the sky at that time. Observatory first started asteroid PN7 in 2025, August 2025. Although the space rock has been seen decades earlier, what we got here? JJ, welcome, JJ. Good to see you, family.
What's good, brothers?
Man, we solid, man. We solid.
What's good, Jay? Can y'all hear me okay now?
We
yeah,
can.
we can hear you.
Okay,
Right?
good.
And so they're saying about as long as the city bus has officially become part of the Earth's orbital family as a quasi-moon. The asteroid somehow moved into its current quasi-moon orbit in the 1950s, so it's a comparatively new member of our cosmic household. Blah, 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 blah. If you want to continue to see more, and there goes Tropical Fruit Box right on time. They've been listening, right? If you want to see more, scientists track the mystery, whatever. So yeah, there it is. If you want to see more, I went ahead and I dropped it in there. So my question is this, right? Now, we see what it is they're talking about. My question is this, because when we talk about the sun and the moon, right? When we talk about the sun and the moon, we talk about the opposing sexes that we have here on this earth. Like anytime now that I see the earth, what it's not, right? And now that I've come to recognize the flat earth, I see that this sun and moon are here to support the understanding of correspondence, Where there's up, there's a down. Where there's a left, there's a right. Where you breathe in, ultimately you have to breathe out. Same thing goes with the sexes. I wonder if them saying that there is a new heavenly body in the sky that I totally find to be BS. If they're saying RG, RG,
Hmm.
RG, could you
Yep.
I think
What's that?
you're something
Oh,
you're
am I off?
interfering in the
My
back.
bad,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, yeah,
That's all
my
right.
bad.
I'm gonna mute you real quick. Okay, cool. So my question is this: are they introducing something new? Because I'm like, okay, because that's my thing. It's not that these things are physical bodies in the sky that you could touch, you could land on, you could put a probe on and play golf on. No, because we understand there's something much more to it. They're there to serve these things, this principle on this earth. That's what they're there for, and to represent that. So are they doing that to bring something new into the fold? You know what I'm saying? An in between
Well,
man and woman. You understand what I'm saying?
they have to create a world that is that matches their own fantasies. If you're saying that the moon is more like female, the sun male, and it acts as like something that symbolizes what we are made out of here, if I can say it like this. So a new moon is going to be like a third sex, like what is it like? It's a
Yeah,
new type of it's a couple, three members couple. You
yeah.
know, it's a couple of
A
it's
thruple.
yeah, a tribal. Yeah, you understand. So that's the idea. There's no like male and female. No, there is more. There's another gender. You
Right.
understand? So that's the same idea. That's the same. That we know who these people are. We know that we've dealt with them for like
Well,
6,000 years. We know that. Yeah.
isn't
But
Baal a hermaphrodite or something
wait,
like that?
Huh?
is a
Their
what?
god Baal. Don't
Ball? Oh no, you
No,
talking
Baal.
not
about
not
you
in human
talking
beings.
about no, you talking about Baphomet is both.
Yeah, 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 yeah. They worship him, and he's a or it is a
He does
hermaphrodite.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my thing is because like I'm looking at what they're doing and I'm like, okay, obviously it's not what we think, right? Or it's not what it's supposed to be. So I'm wondering then if that's their goal, if that's their mission, if they're introducing something new into the fold. And so like I'm looking at this and I'm quizzing it because we know that ain't no other reason. Well, at least we think we know. How about that? Let me correct myself. At least we think we know. That's what the sun and the moon is there for. It's to serve what's going on here on this earth. You know what I'm saying? It represents what happens here on this earth. So now they're introducing a third body in the sky that's supposed to be here for
Yeah.
another 53 years or so, or
uh,
70, 63 years, excuse me.
all
Didn't
this.
NASA just claim we have another moon? Did
Say
you see
again?
that? Didn't NASA just claim we got another moon? There's
Yeah,
two
that's what I'm
moons.
talking about. That,
Oh,
that
okay,
that
my
we're
bad.
getting, yeah. No, that's cool. That's what I'm saying is that they're saying we have another moon in the sky, and they said it's going to be here for another,
Could
63
could
years, and then it leaves in 2083.
couldn't that be part of this
What?
whole digital age as well? Like they're just
That's a good
planting
point.
that image up there,
Listen,
possibly.
I'm thinking possibly yes, but I don't know. Like I want to hear everybody's input based off of this stuff that they're saying. I want to hear what everybody else got to say about
I like how the moon has its own itinerary.
it. Yeah, he's coming. He's like, yeah, man, I'm out of
What
here.
up?
53
Got
years.
tickets and everything, man.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just like, this is just strange. So I wonder then if that's their bat signal of introducing something new to the
Well,
race of human beings. You understand?
the thing, the way I see it is just to maintain the lies alive. That means that okay, by saying that, so you prove, you show that there is a space. You show that there is no creation, there's no God that created the earth because everything can happen like randomly. It's just like just to refresh, their lives. That's a refresh.
Hmm.
Maybe there are other reasons. Maybe there are, again, might be a drill to see how people react. How do they talk about this? Do they care? Just it's a drill. Because again, these people are preparing something. They have a grand finale lined up. and they want to make sure that it will go, nice and easy, so that there will be no mistake. They cannot afford to make mistake on that one.
Mhm.
So they're making
You know what?
drillers. Yeah.
The way I kind of see it, guys, I can't ever say anything 100%, but I think anything that we open our eyes to and look around at is inherently a lie, anyways, because we were taught and brought up on what was the truth. We could only see, feel, touch, smell, taste, and now that everything's flipped on its head, I mean, even the truth that we declare to be our own truth is basically based on lies. You know,
Mm-hmm.
And
I
the
mean, the way
lies
that's kind of the way I see it.
and
So
the
it's
lies are
hard to
based on truth.
right,
Yeah.
and vice versa. Yeah, it can work either way,
So,
really. That's the
Which so
undeciding part, I guess, that
that's
so
I've been searching for the last
which
10 years.
that's a
I
really
don't.
good point, Sam
Uh,
and Archie. And I'm sorry to steal your thunder, Archie. Go ahead. I'll finish up that point. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was pretty much done. It's just I think you know it doesn't take a long time to come to what you're comfortable with, right? When you're really searching for truth, or when you're young and you don't have all the knowledge yet to base your own you know ideas off of, and when you do become attached to something and then it's ripped from you time and time again, and you become uprooted in a way from your own, and that's when you become jaded in a way. And that's kind of where I'm at now, because I really don't know where to look other than a creator, and
Mhm.
anyway, I'm just rambling, but yeah, I would like to say what I've found out is the only truth, but I don't know if that really exists.
Uh, the thing is that in order to we're looking for the truth, okay, we're truth seekers. But the thing is that we are also to be experts into lies, because it comes like JJ says, it comes to the territory. So
Yeah.
that means that the thing is that when you understand that the lie doesn't exist in itself, it's again, it's a distortion of truth. It's like genetics. Look, when they take like a, you know um, an animal, or like a vegetable, and they change like a couple of genes into the genetic code, right? So this thing becomes a lie. This thing is not like a, it's not a potato. It looks like a potato, it tastes like a potato, but it's not a potato,
It's a
because the
potato.
genetic code, yes, the genetic code has been modified. Now the thing is that to retrieve the truth, so you take that lie and you see where the genes have been, inserted, and you have to take them out, and now you get the truth again. But it's closed.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
A lie
Well,
is
sure,
like this. It's just like
I get the
so. You understand?
I get the sentiment. I get what you're saying. What I guess I'm getting at is like, even when as a group, we try to come together and give each other what we find out, and the things that feel important to us, we want to bring to the community. I mean, even then, like, I'm to the point now, just because of like Dave and just other shit, man. It's like I don't need. I feel I almost feel not afraid, but almost like I don't want to bring what I find anymore, because I don't want to be judged, I guess, what the days I got left on this earth. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't
Well,
want to feel like I'm wrong for believing my truth.
No, no, I
You see what I'm
don't, I
saying?
don't, I don't see what you mean. I think that no, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, Archie, and here's why. I'm
No,
not
you
okay.
good.
Now, I'm
Go ahead.
not, I'm not gonna tell you what to do or how to do it, but I think that's why we're here. We're not all gonna think alike on everything. You understand? Like you have to present this, whatever the hell you found or what you think you found, you got to present it because we're all looking. You understand? We haven't come to a final conclusion yet. You know what I'm saying? So this stuff is important. Whatever you found, I don't know what you found. So whatever you found, it's like, yeah, present it. If it works, it works. But in the meantime, a lot of our theories now, a lot of them, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of what we say and a lot of what we feel, they go in the, I guess you could say, in the junk drawer. Have you ever played Sudoku?
Uh, No, I played with
Yes.
So
a couple of fine females in the bed though.
so
I'm joking. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
all right.
ahead. I know what
So
you mean.
when you play Sudoku, it's a 9 by 9, or it's a 3 by 3 grid, right? And it's like three on top of three. So
Looks like
it's
tic
you
tac
have,
toe.
yes, it does. But the thing is you have nine numbers to deal with. Now, when you have nine numbers to deal with, nine down, nine across, right? And it's super multiplied. When you have that many numbers to deal, I think you have a total of 81 numbers to deal with, right? When you have that many numbers to deal with, um, each time within each individual box, you can have only the numbers 1 to 9. On one line, you have only the numbers 1 to 9 going across. The lines going down, only the numbers 1 to 9. You may come across a time while you're playing Sudoku that your numbers, you think a number could go in a box, you think it does, but the thing is you can't guess. So basically what you do is you put a placeholder number there just to represent, hey, I'm going to come back and I'm putting that placeholder number there just in case that number actually works. So then you start figuring out the rest of the puzzle. I'm not going to go into full detail about it, but basically what I'm saying is this, RG, is that if you have an idea, it's a placeholder. It's still an idea. It doesn't necessarily need to be solid. Like nobody's got anything figured out about this place, because if we did, I wouldn't be bald. You know what I'm saying? This shit up here would have been figured out, right? Like a whole lot of things would have been figured out. We all have these ailments. We all have these deficiencies that we'd like fixed, right? We would have figured those things out immediately if we had things figured out. So in the meantime, though we're still looking for the truth, you have to let somebody know, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because maybe they're on the same journey you're on, but they're on the
Yeah.
opposite side of the spectrum. But whatever it is you're talking about, they need that piece.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
So to
I
me,
hear you. I hear you.
yeah,
I hear you.
to me, nothing is off the table. Like, because we're still
Right.
looking, we're still trying to figure this stuff out.
Hey,
And
I
that
did
and
want to tell you, Sam. I did want to say thank you, brother, because when I busted Dave out the other day with his fucking lying ass mouth about, and then he tried to call me a liar in front of everybody. Oh,
I
you ain't shit.
remember I
Why?
was there.
Where's your proof? Where's
I
your
was
proof? I'm
exactly.
glad you
That's
put
what.
that in your little film, man. I appreciate that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Check, check it out. But you're welcome, I mean. But you know what? You did this. Like I said, it's our video. It's not my video. I just collected everything that you guys did. So that's the way it is. So check it out. Just one important point. You're talking about the truth and looking for the truth, and you're talking about the actually you're talking about the fact. I believe that the trip, the way is more important than the destination. That means that what is more important, to find the truth or to look for the truth or to seek the truth? I believe it's more important to seek the truth, not just to
Yes.
find it. Because when you find it, that's it, it's over. You just go home. But
Mhm.
when you seek for the truth, when you look for the truth, somehow it just like it makes you, it builds you. It's like whoa. And first of all, I believe that we never can find the truth in absolute, like the absolute truth. We're never going to reach it. There are so many so much
No.
different faces to the truth, but we can understand something, and then that thing is going to help us to understand something else, and we're going to progress like this. And I think looking for the truth is more important than to find it, because getting close to the truth is enough. Is enough to 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 keep on being who we are. Like, you understand, it forms you, it makes us grow, it makes us now if I reach the truth, if I understand the truth, so then now what do I do? Like
It's like, right,
what
right. What are you working for? You might as well. It's almost time to die now. That's how I feel.
exactly
Once you get to
Got to
the
exactly
spread
truth,
your
it's
truth.
like,
Got to
yeah,
spread it.
you got to spread it.
exactly that's the thing, that's a responsibility. When you get the truth, now what do? You have to spread it, you have to transmit it, you have to transfer it, you have to give it, because what's the
Yeah.
point?
It'll go to
Put it in
waste.
the drawer. Yes. So
Mm.
that's a responsibility. That's not easy, because then you're gonna have to fight with people that need that truth, but I don't want it. So
Yep.
it's like, whoa.
It's
Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, people. I don't think I want to burden people with my truth, bro. To be honest,
I don't think
just,
it's
It's
burning
everybody's
people.
truth, brother.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's you're not burning anybody. Really, what it is you're presenting something that somebody can work with. It doesn't all need to be uniform because if the way everybody, whether it's in the foundry or outside the foundry, thought the same way, we would be the globe. But we globe. But we don't. But here's what we understand, that we know that we understand, right? That it's not curving. That we can agree on. Whether we agree with David Weiss, disagree with David Weiss, we know that this thing is not curving and it's not moving. That much we can definitely agree on. You know what I'm saying? And then really at that point, it's like, okay, you could pretty much think what you want from there. That's how I see it. That in my
Yeah.
opinion. But as long as we realize that truth, that it's like the fundamental truth, right? It's like starting out with a white sheet of paper, no lines. You know, you get the fundamentals of it all by knowing that this place isn't doing what they told us that it is. And really, that's it.
And that's the difference right there, Vlad. It's the difference of knowing and believing. You're right on target.
Yes, big time.
Speaking of knowing and believing, man, I watched the cringes shit last night of the Craig the Fight the Flat Earth stream last night. I just went back and watched it, and I knew they would be doing hit pieces on the Weiss shit on Vika, so I go back and watch these guys and see what they're, what shenanigans is happening. And it's funny because during that stream, he literally admitted that Witsit faked vaping. Okay, but you got to control damage control because they don't want you to think that they weren't there. So they stopped their video. They didn't show any part of like me calling out Witsit for like not knowing the mountain was there or like something that would be harmful to them not being there. He didn't show
Of course.
anything of that nature, and you could tell because I'm looking for it. I could tell that they're avoiding it, right? Because they don't want to. They're like a double-edged sword because Witsit, the final experiment worked for him, but then they got Witsit that they got to pretend that isn't in on it because he still preaches Earth is flat. You know what I mean? So it gets a
Yeah,
little
that's the point.
complex. But once you know what you're looking at and go watch their shit, they're completely avoiding them getting called out, whether they were even there or not. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
Of course,
and
it's organized.
yeah, yeah, it is just
Well, they
golly.
want to hate them, but they can't hate them too much, So
Mhm.
Yes,
even the
yes.
fact that he said that Witsit faked the vaping was over the line. I don't even think he meant to do that. I don't think he probably should have from that perspective because why would he fake his breath in the first place? Because it's not cold enough to be there,
Yeah. Hey,
So
bro. Hey, bro. Hey, hey,
It's a
bro.
fallacy.
What the hell are you talking about, bro? And I'm sitting there like, what do you mean? What is he talking about? He's talking about the goddamn vape. Are you kidding me? Like, come on, man. Like, like when he was talking about he didn't do the vape thing. I was like, ah, man, I'm checking out. I just want the tickets, bro. Like I'm so over that. I'm just like, just give me the tickets and I'll leave you alone. But I think we're gonna go. So how long do you think before they talk about the tickets again? Is my opinion, or is my
um,
question? Excuse me.
I think they already forgot about it.
Yes, me too.
Oh
Because
yeah, it
they
was
have
in
other
one ear, out
plans.
the other, dude.
They have other plans.
They're just going to tell you what you want to hear and then sweep it under the rug, and then you'll have next psyop come along, and we won't be talking about it no more.
Exactly.
Use the word.
You're
Exactly
still
that.
talking about Epstein, Vlad. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, he's still talking
You know
about
what I
that.
mean? You're
It
still
didn't
talking
even
about that
happen.
shit.
It didn't even happen. Remember that one? Remember that part? Didn't even happen. What are you complaining about? You still talking about that? That shit didn't even happen. There is
Right.
no file. There's no Epstein
Right.
file. The guy never
Yeah. Sooner
existed.
or later, they'll convince people of that.
Yeah, yeah. This is part of the whole, like, these guys, my thing is, as long as we're on top of their bumper and we're pushing the truth, like, my thing is, I just pray to God that our kids, they ultimately see the light, because they're being heavily influenced by what's on TV, the internet, their teachers and students around them. That the best we could hope for is that the parents are giving them the truth. You have a lot of people out there that are going along with this education system that we've gotten now. I'm caught between two places. Like, I value education, but then my thing is, where do we draw the line with the education? Like, what is quality? What does quality education consist of? You know what I'm saying? Because you see all these big colleges and stuff like that looking good, smelling good, got their little gown cap and all this stuff that they're teaching the kids. But you're like, is that the truth? Now that we are where we are, you know what I'm saying? There are a lot of you guys in here that have degrees, and I'm not shitting on the time that you spent in college and out there attaining your degree, because it's still time spent and you still have some form of experience that you gained from it. So I'm not shitting on that at all. But my question then is what education are you truly getting out of it? And is it worth passing off to your children? McGraw Hill.
Yeah, that's $1 million question, man, because it's really just an illusion of it's an indoctrination. It's not even an education, you know.
Of course,
So,
it's activism.
and it's all
It's a
part of the
very
show, man. The world's of stage, you know. That's it. We're just realizing that come to a totality of a conclusion. You understand that our entire reality is scripted here. It is truly a Truman Show, man. As far as I
yes.
see it.
Yeah. Yeah. What a strange time to be alive. And I wonder if my parents were saying that when they were our time, when they were our age, because during our parents' age, they got to witness JFK get his head blown off and a whole bunch of other things, right? The 60s into the 70s, and then we started coming around, right? I came around in the late 70s and stuff like that. But I wonder if they were like, what a strange place we live in.
No,
Yeah,
because their point, these people, these generations, was in fact to survive, just to live, not to grow up, not to wake up. They just had to survive, and they succeeded into surviving. That's why we're here. Look at us now, spending time on internet talking about this for like hours. Do you think they would have had time to speak for hours? Those people were working like 12 hours a day to raise
Nine,
families and everything. They had no nothing. So the thing is that that's why I say I believe we are blessed because for me the time is the most valuable thing, and in order to have time to spend and to speak about important things, not about like shit, just like important things, very important things, and to teach each other, to learn from each other. I think it's a blessing.
it's
It's a blessing
imperative.
that yes,
totally.
it, that's that's why I can deduct from this that we are very important, and that's why we are under such attacks from all over, because we are important. And I don't even know if I'm not sure that we realize that, or we fully realize how important we are. I'm talking about the flat earth community. And when you see the resources that are being invested to fight us, well, you have to realize, wait a second, what am I here? Like, am I that important? Like, whoa.
Yeah.
So the thing that we are very important, and this is, I believe, this is the truth we have to reach quickly, because then we'll be able to act accordingly. You understand? And we have
Hmm.
we have to act as like big people. We are big. We are giants. We're not like retards or reckless.
I like the word divine.
Yes, exactly. It is the blessing I'm talking about, comes from God. It's not just like, that's for sure. 100%. So that's the thing we have to think about, also about ourselves, our own shape,
Yeah, and
our
it's
own
important to
shape.
pass it down through the generations, just like it kind of ties back into RG spreading his, what he's learned, because the buck stops there. And what good is all that time that is so valuable to you? You spent all the time to learn all this stuff, then what good does it do if you can't
Damn right.
reach and get it to your children before they get to your children? You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep. And
Exactly.
Because they do
it's
a
a
really good job of dumbing down our kids, man. Even though you're
absolutely.
there, you're busy, and they have their hands on your children more often
Well,
than you do.
exactly. That's why at one point, this is not our kids anymore. It's their kids.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just like they stole the earth, it's their earth. The globe is not ours. It's theirs.
Hmm.
We're living in their dreams, in their fantasy. And the
Yep.
thing is that we have to we have to retrieve our kids. We have to fight to retrieve, because they are being stolen from us.
Yeah.
You know.
So much though that they even feel that they need to lord over us. You know what I'm saying? Like it goes in stages. Like they're like, we're gonna tell you that you can go here because now you're hearing about these 15-minute cities that are starting to be a thing now, right? That they're doing their best. It's like they're gonna tell us where to go, what to do it, how to dress, how to think, how to drink, how to eat, what to eat, when to eat, right? What to do with our kids, how to raise our kids, and stuff like that. And then I'm just like, yeah, man, we are truly enslaved in more ways than one. Like, yes, and a lot of people would argue and say we're living comfortably.
Well, that's the brilliance of
It's
their
right,
design.
right. Like, yeah, you're living comfortably, but when you see what it is, like you're eating goat nuts, you're eating sheep testicles. That's what's happening. They're not just plain meatballs, right? Like they're making you
Mm.
comfortable and they're boiling you slowly in a pot until they're ready to do whatever it is they need to do with you, ultimately.
Yeah, my both of my boys, neither one of them have had kids yet. I mean, both straight. They both got beautiful girlfriends. Been in relationship for a while. Finished school, good job, but you're just scared to have kids right now, man. Um, and I mean, not just not. I'm not saying everyone's like that, but the birth rate is way down in
Oh yeah.
almost every country, man. And it's gonna it's coming to a head, all around in all areas and all subject matter, and different ones are more like politics and all that. It's the same, but the biggest things that are changing: technology, medical, and military or government. You know, and what's happening is they're merging the technocracy, and they're merging the three that's usually separate, the biggest fields, right? And
Hmm.
they're merging the ones like gaming and military are both, they're merging basically. And you know, it's not going to be, our kids fighting, physically with their bodies and hands. It's going to be them strapping on a headset and using machinery and autonomous systems. I mean, I'm not as a
Oh,
fear factor, but it's and then medical. Medical isn't here to help us. It's here to harvest organs and do surgeries, and
well,
who cares about the But
everything
you
is
see what
made
I'm saying now?
yeah, it's made to dehumanize us. It's a big process of dehumanizing, and we are led, we are like, controlled by people that lost all humanity. That's the point. This is why they when you analyze everything they are saying, everything they are doing, it just goes towards that, to just like turn human beings into like machines, like, soulless people, godless people. And that's the point. That's the thing. Now we have to understand why. How did they fall that low? Like, there's a reason to. But the thing is that,
Well, no one, you like the children aren't being led. They're showing their face, like, as far as this transhumanist, transgender. It's all like, that's what the kids are seeing on TV. This what they're seeing in their
yeah,
games, hearing
like
in the music.
normalizing
So
it.
right, and even if there is responsible parenting, it's like, even
No,
you still have to go to work, and they're taking that away from the kids now.
of
Like,
course. we
they're
are
putting their
we are
parents
outgunned.
separate from them. Right,
We
but go
outgunned.
ahead.
No, we outgunned. That's all. We like, they're like, this is why the Flatters community is such a dangerous movement for them, because it is a random movement bringing together all kinds of people from all different races, beliefs, countries, opinions, and, agreeing together on the shape of the earth, at least, and then on many other things. So that's a danger for them. That's the not Flatters in itself, but the Flatters
Yeah,
community.
they can't have people thinking for themselves. That's for sure.
No,
You know.
that's the end of them. That's the end of
Yeah.
their reign. That's for sure.
And I think, to add to the hospitals, I think a lot, when you look back at these old cathedrals and castles, these were actually resonators, generators, healing centers, and it was all about frequency. I think those were the true hospitals, where people would go and walk through them and be reset in many ways. You know, you could probably live to be 150, 200, and feel 50. Who knows, right? But if you look back in that time and era, you never seen churches. If those weren't churches that they're claiming that were churches, then where are the churches? There wasn't any, right? You didn't have to go to a place of assembly to have permissions or acceptance or anything of that nature. But it's just a thought. You learn to think for yourself. You become a deep thinker, and it's dangerous to this process when we're under the illusion of a reality that they've scripted. That's all it is, right?
Hmm.
Well, I
Yeah, yeah,
always use the
and
example
it,
of the pyramid. Like when people tell me, "Oh, we are progressing now. We're not like the primitive people that we were like thousands of years ago." I say, "You kidding me? We are not progressing. It's the opposite. The people like 6,000 years ago were much, much more advanced. And the proof is just take the pyramid. Can you build it? Again, can you reproduce it? You cannot, make a pyramid. You cannot do even the statues that are, like of their gods. They're so perfect that even with
Yeah.
mechanical assistance and lasers, you cannot reproduce them so perfectly. So that's the proof right there, right in our face, that they were more advanced than we are today because we don't know how to to reproduce what they did, and we don't even
Hmm.
know, what it was for. That we also lost the memory, so we are
Exactly.
falling.
They're
But we're
hiding the
falling with
fact
like,
that there's way more pyramids as well. We all think of the
yeah,
pyramids, air
yeah,
quotes, but
yeah. That's
they're
yeah,
everywhere. They're on all the continents.
exactly, exactly.
Hmm. Yeah,
They just do a
there's a
good job of
lot
hiding.
going there's a lot going on. It's almost as if we're moving backwards deliberately. They're making us move in the opposite direction than which we're supposed to be going. Like, man, like I sat down and I thought about it, and we've made everything so about physical, everything so about like what you can touch and what's the physical reality. If you think about it, even the electricity, right? The electricity is in the air. It's in the air. The air moves and then it makes electricity. Or there is an amount of static electricity per 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 meter, right? At least that we can detect or we think we could detect. Um, but they found a way to limit it by putting it inside of a series of cables. And that's the only way in which you can harness it, really, for it to do what you need, for it to just light up your room, right? For you to use electricity to light up your room. Now you have to run a series of physical cables in order to have some primary mover move something else, make these movements with magnets, run the get the voltage, run the current into a series of motors and everything else just to give you functioning electricity,
It's
light.
all to paint that illusion, and
Yes.
make careers out of it when it's all unnecessary. It's
Yeah, we
all
like I'm saying like we've gotten to the point to where everything needs a physical vessel in order to function. Like we can't we can't grasp it without it being having a physical containment. And this is why, like last week, I was mentioning even that even just saying God, right? You've contained him and limited him. You know what I'm saying? Even the words we say and the things that we talk about, we limit them based off of not just our actions but our words as well. And it's like we're trapped essentially, and they've gotten us there. And I wouldn't even know where to begin in order to think a different way in order to escape that trap because we're so bound in this physical world.
That's what we're doing now, though, right? That's why we're here where we are. And that's our attempt at it, at least, an awakening to it.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I wonder sometimes if what's going on about that awakening you're talking about, if it's not referred as the resurrection of the dead, in our books, like, if somehow we are the dead, it's a form of death when you are dehumanized, and when you do what these people do, it's like they're dead. It's like as human beings, they're dead. The dead people.
Hmm.
Like it's like they have nothing human left. They have nothing.
um,
So it's
They're no
possible to look at
longer
them
enlightened.
no, that's it. They're dead. And I,
Right.
I, I wonder sometimes if the interdiction to contact the dead, like necromancy and everything, if it doesn't refer also not to talk to these people because they are so toxic that doesn't bring you anything just to contact them. People that have no no humanity left in them. They're so like twisted inside. We should avoid them totally because it's like there's no point. It's just like sucking our energy. They're just like they need us, to stay alive because they have not enough life left in them. So this is the way I see it. It's maybe a little
Occam's
severe.
razor would say, you can't wake a dead horse. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
that's
Mm-hmm.
exactly true. That means there's no point into talking to someone that doesn't want to understand and to yeah. I get it. Well, actually,
we're gonna-
it's not going to be boring. I think we're going to live like something very interesting in the coming months, like you said, Brad. And you know, I'm looking forward to it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Me
it's
too.
Action.
it's quite a challenge, because to go against somebody like Weiss, man, it really feels counterproductive because this guy has woken up more than anybody, and it's like we're over here fighting each other and calling him out, and it's like, well, he's still continually waking people up today and tomorrow, but then it's like we're attacking him to a point where we don't want nothing to do with them. So it's that complex, you know what I mean? But it's
Well,
by design.
you're gonna see that in the coming months we're gonna shed light on that too because there is a reason. I'm still investigating in that waste file like I called it, but the thing is that what I can tell you, don't want to spoil it for you, but what I can tell you is that actually they are stealing flatters. Like by
Mm-hmm.
building communities and convincing people and turning people to flatters, but then what do you do with them? You
Yeah, you
just lead
steer them
them where
down the
you
wrong
want.
road. You steer them down the wrong road later.
Exactly, exactly. That means
Yeah,
in order to go to lead them the way where you want. So they are stealing our flocks. They are
yeah.
stealing,
You're dividing us.
and
You're just dividing us.
ex
They want us to
exactly,
have people thinking. Some of us are going to think, "Oh, there must be two suns. Oh, it must be coffee cup
and
caustic. Oh, it must be the Hanby model. It must be this." Well, that's
exactly.
just another form of division.
Yeah.
So
And
there's
if
an
there
agenda
never
behind
was
it.
a 24-hour sun, then all of that is irrelevant. But it's dividing us when it's irrelevant. That's
Yeah.
how complex it is. That's what they're trying to do. But I see through that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of us do.
Of
yeah,
course.
if you pay attention, if you watch Dave close, I've been looking at different things, different interviews he does over the years, but just here recently a little bit more by the way he tried to by the way he tried to come at me when I told him keep my name out of his mouth. So what he does is whoever he interviews, you can tell he studies up a little bit on what they believe in. What he does is he goes to their crowd. If someone believes in a you know uh, what do you call it? Simulation theory, right? Then he'll cater to that in his conversation. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's like he'll correct himself if he makes a mistake by saying, "Oh yeah, about the this model." Oh no, never mind. Oh yeah, simulation theory, and he'll do that whole shuffle, that little dance with
Yeah.
whoever he's interviewing, right?
Be
Okay.
And
honest.
he'll
So,
he,
Yeah.
so
and he'll even let Dr. Shiva run his ass over just to get Dr. Shiva's people, right? To get them to download the app. Oh, it's only $3.
Mm.
Only $3, guys. Come on now. Only $3. Tell your friends, tell your family. Oh, never mind. It's 11. Oh, my bad. It's 11 if you want the features. My bad. I meant to say 11.
what?
You know what I
But
mean? And he'll play that fucking mind game just to get their people over. Come on over, get my app. Now, don't forget the
but,
app, guys. And then
just
what
like
does he do? As soon as he gets them on board, what did he say in that interview, Vlad? Do you remember? Oh, I leave their ass alone. I don't fuck with them no more. It's up to them after that. It's up to them to pursue flat earth. I don't fuck
Oh,
with
I
them
didn't.
after that.
That I didn't. I did not know that. But
Oh
that's
yeah.
how I
Oh
feel.
yeah.
I'm like, hey man, like I'm like, here's the information, and then I walk away. I'm like, you do the rest. You need to do the digging. Or here are the tools. You dig.
What were you going to say, Sam?
But when it's purely financial, you get where I'm going with it, right? Like
Oh,
he
oh,
wants to
oh.
get he wants them customers. That's all he wants. He wants their
well,
following to come on
it's
board.
more
But
than
anyway,
just
go ahead.
customer. I don't believe it's just for the money. Even if it takes like $10 a month, it's not for the money. First of all, there are other ways to make much more money with that app than with the fees that you pay once a year or once a month. Because I tell you something, if you can get a listing of like hundreds of thousands of flourishes, that in itself is worth money if you know who to sell it with. Because in the world of like marketing and everything, listings cost a lot. They're being sold for a lot of money, and listings of flat earthers, I don't believe it exists. It's the first of its kind.
Yeah.
There are all kinds of listings, but of flat earthers, where do you have a listing of
Mm,
all the people being flat Earth? So that in itself you can sell for millions. But forget about it. I think it's much more dangerous than that, because
Well,
he
yeah,
says himself he says himself that you don't have to to show an idea to open an account. You can give a fake name, a fake whatever. So the thing is that actually it might be a danger, like I put in the video, because at one point you can make contact with a friend that's in your area. Hi, how are you? I'm Bill, and let's meet. And then you you can get killed, or you can get like whatever, beaten up, and you won't make the news.
yeah,
Like it's a very good way to get rid of a part of of the flat earthers. Like there's
yeah,
no, you can give a fake name, you can give, there's no trace.
right. And
mhm.
It's
I think
fucking
that
crazy.
they got what they needed out of the app. I think that Rachel's right when she said that he's probably going to sell it. If you just look at the escalation of Dave's mannerism and how he's acting, he's getting more and more and more irate as time goes on. And he's already mentioned, he just wants to give it all up because of us. Stupid, dumb flat earthers are the worst. They're
Yeah,
the whole reason why we can't go mainstream, according to Dave Weiss
yeah,
himself.
yeah, yeah,
When
yeah.
why would we want to go mainstream with all the lies that are in the mainstream? Why would we want
Yeah,
to do that?
mainstream is nothing but the enemy.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
why would
But
you
course.
want that? Are you crazy?
I mean,
Like,
to spread the
yeah,
word, of
oh
course,
yeah,
to go
but I mean,
viral, you have to go mainstream.
yeah, no, but I feel you. But it's like, man, that thing is so dangerous. That mainstream thing. I'm not saying that if we weren't given an opportunity to be on World News Tonight to explain it and
Yeah,
not have
it's a
the film
gatekeeper.
edited,
You
yeah,
know
it's for gatekeepers. It's like,
exactly.
yeah, and they control it. It's kind of like that whole saying, let Caesar have Caesar's gold, or let Caesar have his freaking silver. Let them deal with that.
Hmm.
Nobody
It's all
wants to watch their
part of the
stuff.
script. It's just another weapon that they utilize to push the propaganda to control a narrative.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all it is. That's
And
all
the
it
thing
ever
is
was.
the mainstream will come to us to find out what the truth is. So then they could properly figure out how they're going to mix truth with the lies. They come to us. They don't come up with anything.
I
They
could
always
see
come to
us.
us. Yeah.
I could see us in real time, like making them change their tactics because just if we don't fall for we don't take the bait, and then we have too much gets too big, and everyone's calling Dave Weiss out instead of falling for it like we were supposed to, and fall for Witsit like we were supposed to. These things change the game, in my opinion, and we're not letting it divide us with some there's two suns or the AE map this or that. We all know that all maps are gate kept because you have to be in compliance to them to even push a map in the mainstream air quotes. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, we just keep up our game, man, and we keep doing what we do and call it like we see it, man. I agree with Sam here, man. I think that this is just the beginning, man, and we're really making waves here, man. More so than the mainstream is gonna
Uh,
uh, uh, admit to.
Right.
and
Mm-hmm.
the good
Yeah,
news
dude.
about this
Well,
is
I
that
mean, we've been around, knowing each other, bro, for quite a while. With a few of us anyway, and I think we pretty much got it figured out on this end, as far as
Yeah.
don't go for the bullshit, and just
Mm-hmm.
do us and be truthful, man. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we are a
goes a
huge
long way.
threat, man, because of what our due diligence and all the time we have into it, man, because it's very complex and it
Mhm.
takes a lot of years to understand it. And a lot of things have to happen that haven't happened yet to get to where we are, I think that we're all just very vigilant, and that's what's most imperative here. We're relying on our own discernments, and we can think for
Yeah,
ourselves, and we're not gonna just
morals and
fall for the
ethics.
narrative. They push that
Yeah.
narrative, and the sheep just follow it instantly.
Hmm.
Just not
Sure.
knowing that the mainstream narrative is bullshit is very important. Because that's all they do is fucking
Yeah.
no
Exactly.
that
No,
but you
at
see
least
the
knowing it and knowing to, run away from it, but also at the same time letting folks know, hey, man, this is the wrong way.
And understanding why they lied, just like
oh
understanding why they lied about the shape of the earth. It's not the shape of the earth that matters. It's why did they lie and who lied,
Right.
and all these
Right.
implications
Exactly.
behind the lies
Yep.
are much more serious than the shape of the damn earth.
Exactly. But
Yep.
what I was going to say is that the good news about all this is this: just remember something. These guys are trained; they are formed to take care of like domesticated animals. They're not trained to deal with predators, with like killers. That means when I say killers, like a bear or a lion or something, that means that if we wake up at one point, like you said, we're making waves. If we get up at one point and we fight these people the way we can fight them, they won't be able to deal with it because they're not formed for that.
No,
They're
they're
not
not
formed
built
to
for that.
deal with people that are going to fight
Yeah.
back. They're going to just like, and I believe this is we have to go on attack mode, not to stay on defense mode. At one point, we have to defend ourselves. You're going to see that they're going to make a lot of mistakes. That guy that David Weiss made a big mistake yesterday, and he doubled down when he put that video on his channel about what
Mm,
happened. And they're making mistakes, and he's going to keep on
Oh yeah.
making mistakes because he's not used to deal with that kind of animal. You
yeah.
understand? So this is what we have to put in our minds is that if we get up again, that's my agenda. I always say that you know me. If we get up and we fight like the way we should, these guys have nothing. They're nothing. They're
Look,
like
hey, if I
worms. They
if
have
I
nothing.
if I
Yeah.
fight Sam, if I fight, bro, I'm gonna be honest, man. It's gonna be my last fight, man.
Well, it's hypothetical,
And and I mean that
I'm
literally.
not talking like a physical fight. I'm talking going to war like physically,
Man,
but at
I'm
least
just
like
saying I don't have much
opposing
energy.
these guys. Oh,
Mhm.
you have enough
Yeah,
energy. Look how you
got
talk.
you,
You're
man.
talking all the time. You have energy. You have plenty of energy. You kidding me?
Brother.
RG.
Different kind of energy, man.
So that's it. You can fight on
Yeah,
different fronts.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
a
brother.
Now
spiritual battle at the end of the day, man.
it is.
Yeah,
It
absolutely,
is.
absolutely.
And these lies, though they suck, man. They keep us awake. This is a cold reality we live in, man. You guys see what's going on out here. But yeah, man, always be ready to put these liars out there. Totally. You guys, JJ, check your email. Check your email, JJ.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way though, bro. I've duly enjoyed my time with
Yeah.
learning what I've learned, bro, and just it changed my life around. And quite literally, it probably saved my life. At some point, and kept my mind focused on family and and God, and really just trying to give what I spent my hard time doing, man. Just kept my nose to the books, man, and kept my eyes to the sky. And I'm still here, but I'm just uh brother, that's why I said y'all don't want my truth, bro. I'm trying to keep that kind of personal, um but
I
no,
hear
hey,
where you're coming from.
but listen, I've came across this guy that builds his own telescopes, right? And
Hmm.
spends quite a bit of money on it. And he's been doing it for quite a while. He's an older guy now, but he was doing this shit back in the '90s. Um, gazing at the stars, man, and just came up with some really really cool shit. I mean, to me anyway, it's pretty telling. Like from seeing it from a perspective of not NASA and not like the Royal Society and not some just P900 camera.
Or it's like,
Like
I was
this
gonna
dude
say,
is
is his
got
name Mikey Smith?
no, no, no,
I mean,
no. John Walton, John Leonard Walton. Anyway,
is
I've
he
got a
on
few of
YouTube?
his videos up, and yeah, y'all should check it out, man. Yeah, I think y'all
Okay.
might get a kick out of seeing the moon up close. But yeah,
Mm. Okay.
anyway,
All right.
that's mine. This is just something I've been looking at lately, and
I'll be honest
look,
with you. I
yeah,
don't know what the hell is in the sky. It
I don't
is
either,
this
man.
place is
But
just
it's
strange
interesting looking. I'll tell you that. It's
as
interesting.
hell.
Well, just so you know, RG, I commend you for your work, brother, man, and
Me too,
you're
man.
very inspiring, brother.
I appreciate you, man.
Me as
That's
well, man. And don't think
it
that
takes
don't think that what you're doing is all for naught, man. Like we
Wouldn't
need
Yeah,
change
that
just
wouldn't
same.
change it for the world, man. You know.
Yeah, we need
look,
that.
Yeah,
look at
thank you.
look at it as an army. In an army, there are different sections, different corps. You have commandos, you have people working in the base, people working in communication, people working in the, for for the food supplies, for the, so you have all
Yep.
kinds of people in an army. You don't have to,
Yep.
and we need you in that
Yeah.
army.
And I tell you what, that's funny that you say that, Sam, because I know when I was in the Navy, people looked down on the guys that cooked food or the people that did administrative work. And I said, no, or the people that worked up in medical. And I'm like, you crazy? Like, those are the people that when you break your arm or you fall on your ass and you can't recover, those are the guys that patch you up. When you
Yeah.
starving your ass off and you need a meal and you can't cook because you can't bring a hot plate onto the ship, well, you got people that are going to handle that. And then when your pay is all fucked up, and or you have a kid that might have something that happens and you have to pay for school or something, you've got people that do these things just to make your life
Of course.
manageable.
Uh,
You know what I'm
You,
saying?
you,
So
uh, uh, uh,
everybody's necessary.
I don't know if you heard that in the Navy, but I don't know where I read that on internet. I don't know where, that for each soldier on the ground, okay, in the field, on the ground, you can see that there are four people behind him in in an army, and for each agent or spy, I don't know, in the field,
In
there
the
are
agency, right?
seven people. Like for each one, there are seven people working behind
Yep.
for each one of
Yep.
them,
Yep.
and for the soldiers, four people. Without one of these guys, you cannot
Exactly.
fight.
The guys you take for granted, the guys that are going to make sure that you have boots, the guys that make sure that you have, your triggers
Communication,
or
everything,
right.
of course.
Yeah. You
Kidding me?
know, you got your secondaries and your primary, like all your equipment that you need, all those people that people are like, oh, that's all you did. I'm like, man, I never, ever like when it comes to that type of work, like I'm like, those are the guys that keep this thing moving. They're the
Of
ones
course.
that make this whole thing happen because if we didn't have them, we wouldn't be able to do anything
Yeah.
that we've done.
Right on,
It's
brother. Hey, what's funny about what you just said, Sam? When you said seven, you holding up your fingers at seven, right? Um, have you ever met anyone with the birthday that has seven sevens in it, and the first and last name both have seven letters in
Yes, of course. I know many of them.
What?
it? Yeah. No, that's me. That's how my birthday and name break down. All
Well,
sevens.
you were born in
Yep.
77 in 1977 on
Nope.
the 7th of July
And July
77.
14th of 82. So if you switch the eight and the two around, that's 28.
Oh, now you're
Yeah.
cheating.
Oh yeah.
Peter.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah,
So whose
that's me,
tickets
man.
are those, Splat?
Huh?
The tickets are those somebody's tickets from Puntas?
That's the claim. That's a claim. I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
when McKeegan showed me that ticket there, first we have to check if it's from Penta Arenas. We have to check the
To
place. Then we
Union
have to
Place.
check the receipt if it's
We gotta
his
see the
credit card
name. We gotta
and
see.
not somebody else's credit card, that tourist or something that gave it to him.
That's
So we
all
have
I
to check
want.
all this.
That's
But
that's 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 all I want. And actually, I'll be honest with you. I really just want Jaron's and I want Austin's ticket. Like I don't care about those other guys. I don't care what
but
those
but
guys say.
it's too late now, because even if they do now, it's too late, because they
It's
could have faked it, they could have produced it now. They had, like, a year to produce them. So
yeah.
it's over. They couldn't
Yeah.
produce them. It's
It's all
goodbye. Go home. Go back to
theatrics at this point, you know. But
Yeah.
I think
yes.
It's
it's
been a
good that we
year.
we push them anyway, just so we could get them to
Yeah. Let's see.
scramble and do what they do. And
Yeah.
you dig a hole every time you lie again to hide the original lie. So it's
Exactly.
just
That's why
lies on
I'm
top of lies. So it's
yeah.
just
Yeah,
exposure,
that's it.
man. It's not
What
no
else can I
proof.
do?
It's just evidence, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
Yeah,
so
I've definitely heard a a a, a positive and a negative yes or no kind of thing with all their stories. It's like 6 months ago you said the complete opposite, bro. Man, they full
yeah.
of shit. Where's your proof? Where's your proof? Where's your proof?
It's
They
yeah,
try
and
to
the good
beat
thing
their chest and shit.
And
Like
so
they're like,
yeah,
you
bro,
have
man, I'm not
yeah,
tripping. I know what you said.
you have to ask
yeah,
him, what is a proof for you? What is a proof for you? You're
Yeah.
talking about proof. What is a proof for you?
Yeah.
Let him describe a proof. Then we can start talking.
So yeah, and that's my thing. Like when they start saying, you're lying about it, this and that, and I'm like, okay, I'm lying. We have it in there. I'm not gonna argue with you about it. If I and I'm like, I don't deal with the dishonesty or the deception, so I just walk away at that point. I'm like, I'm not gonna let this ruin my mind or my damn well-being. So if you want to lie to people, you go right ahead, man. I ain't gonna be around
Well,
for it.
the way I see it, just like they do with us, we have to do with them. Just like they are using us like parasites. Without us, they're nothing. So they're using us for their objective. We have to use them for our objectives. The problem is that we don't have any
Mm,
objectives. We're not
Bingo.
organized. We don't have any. We just like random
exactly.
people. Like
You fight fire with fire.
Mm,
exactly. If they succeed into doing something, I'm going to learn from the one that is successful. If you're successful into something, okay, I'm going to learn from you guys, and I'm going to try to beat you at your own game. That's for sure. And but the
true.
You have
thing
to
is that
reverse engineered. Everything
exactly,
they've done has just been reverse engineered. It's just upside down.
exactly, exactly,
Got to untie it. Turn it back around.
exactly.
Turn the back
That's what I say,
around.
man. If they point left, I'm running right.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I'm wrong,
Automatic.
I'd rather be wrong than be in compliance with somebody with a lack of credibility.
Yes.
Right, right.
All day. All day. And there's
Man,
nothing
listen.
wrong. And that's the thing is there's nothing
Right?
wrong with being wrong. Like
At
if
least you're
you're
wrong on your
wrong,
own accord. Not because you
exactly.
followed or jumped on some bandwagon.
Exactly. I think that's
That's
a
Bro,
what
if y'all
million
that,
times worse.
that's
if
what I
y'all
told
hear
Jeremy.
in the news that Russell uh, has been missing since 12 o'clock, and I'm just now getting off the phone. Like, if I hang up now and I go missing, bro, y'all gotta come looking for my ass, bro, because
Uh,
they done kidnapped me for ransom, bro.
mm.
I'm
What
the
you said,
easiest one to get, right? I can't run.
Oh Lord. Yeah,
What I notice is
yeah,
if you
man.
have enough influence in this world, like if you're a Witchet or a Weiss, all these subs and all this shit, then you have like this power. Even if you are replaced and put in with another actor, they're gonna keep you there because they can utilize the power that you've obtained over a long period of time. Like Joe Biden has 50 years of political power. They're not gonna let the guy
Mm,
die. He died a long time ago, but they put in an actor to utilize his
yes.
powers, and you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They
exactly.
do that shit, man.
He's dead. His
They milk you
reputation is
dry.
leaving, but
But they're
not
not
his.
gonna let the political power die. You know what I mean? They're
Mhm.
gonna take it and not let that. They'll let that character. They'll replace him. Is
Yeah,
what all I'm saying. I'm
Mhm.
they
not
got
saying
that
that's exactly
pawn.
what happened, but this shit happens in my mind. I see it. We're
Hey,
watching a bunch
did
of
you
damn
guys?
actors, man.
Yeah,
Mm.
did you hear something about that they're I don't know how true it is, but that they're already talking about um shit Trump having a third term and bucking the system.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about that?
I
I'm
think we
just
really
like
fall into their trap by even entertaining
acknowledging.
all their bullshit, man. Everything they do is
Yeah.
distraction 101,
Yeah,
man. What are they
exactly.
Right,
really freaking doing?
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
the
just
real
like,
question. Just like
They're
AI,
saving time.
the Atlas, or whatever the case, anything that's in the mainstream, it's like,
Mm.
what is their true intentions? What is really going on?
Well, we call that in French to play time. Like it's like in football, like in
yeah,
soccer, right?
you're running out the clock.
Yeah, running up the
Yeah,
clock. You got like a
It's
point in advance, like a goal, and then you just like playing around. This is what they
yeah.
do.
That's all they're doing. It's yeah.
Hey, let me tell y'all something cool I found out.
Go ahead.
Just to throw something in the mix here. So I had a nurse named Mary a little while back. She was like in her mid 70s, right? And man,
Right.
me and her got along so well. Like, she would come in here, man, be knitting and shit, or bring me some food, and we'd sit and eat together and watch TV. Doing the flat Earth stuff. And I really got her, really looking seriously into flat Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were just conversating, and we were talking about the tunnels, right? The
Mm-hmm.
underground, secret shit that all these higher ups, they get to ride in those bullet train type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just joking about it, right? And she said, "You know what?" She said, "My husband Andy, or whatever his name was, I'm pretty sure it was Andy, yeah. Andy. But anyway, she said that he worked for the president, and that there was a bunker back behind Camp David in the mountain
Okay.
that he got to go in, and like every time he came home after the weekend or whatever, whenever shift and shit was over, that he would tell her about the details. And this is back in the 60s, she said, right? 60s or 70s. And that Camp David, when there's an emergency, that they'll run him straight underground.
Wait, who's him?
And
Run, who's him? The president?
the president, yeah, or
Okay.
the senator, whoever he was doing detail for,
Oh,
at that
okay.
point,
Okay.
and they would have drills as well, just to practice. Like, and anyway, he got to telling her about all these tunnels, and I said, man, would you be willing to? This is before you had mentioned a podcast, right? I said, would you be willing to, if I don't show your face and stuff, will you talk to me about it, like me and you were talking now, And she was like, yeah, I don't care. So I was like, so we got to just talking, just kicking it and shit. Man, dude, we ended up with like 3 or 4 hours worth of content that she could never say or talk about, when they were married, but after they got
What?
divorced, you know, and
She like, I'm
so
telling
yeah,
everybody.
so I thought that was cool,
Yeah.
but I still got, I said, bro, I still got those recordings. I'm like, fuck, dude, I might as well call her up and ask her if I can put it, like use it for a podcast or something, or maybe she'll
Oh,
come interview or something like that. But she was giving me some juice though, man, about like, shit that I had already known about, but to put 2 and 2 together with a living
Just
witness,
validating it. Yeah.
yeah, validating it. So I thought that was pretty cool. And she was talking about being in Antarctica, and there's definitely 6 months of night up there that they used to be stationed up there. And damn, where else was it? I was like, I said, man, did anyone ever do work like toward the south or below the equator? And she was like, I think he may have did that, but that was like before they were married or something. But anyway, that just came to mind. And yeah, Mary Chester, man, she's cool ass nurse, man. She's one of them tough ones. You know what I mean? Like, you like, you know what I mean? And females back then were tough as fuck. And but yeah, it was just interesting to get her take on it. And being Camp David, that now everyone knows that there is tunnels back in the mountain back there behind Camp David. So yeah.
All right. Well, shit, man.
Yeah.
Well, okay. That's what's up, man. But yeah, man, if you can produce that, man, and show us like what time it is with that, that would be wild. I'd love to see
Hell,
that.
fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to,
But
man. I'll put a note right here to call Mary tomorrow and
all right,
see
hell
if she'll
yeah.
actually, and if she won't come on, at least maybe she'll let me use the recording, on a
Right.
live or something. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay,
before
guys, I'm gonna have to leave.
Oh, you
I'm
gotta
gonna
get
have to
out of
leave
here,
because
Sam.
yeah, I'm like that tired. I have to wake up in like about
Okay.
2 hours, and I won't wake up. I know that, but so
All right, Sam.
it was good talking to you, JJ. Always a pleasure.
You too, brother.
RG, Vlad, just
Always a
All right,
pleasure.
Sam.
Sam.
hang tough in there, and it's gonna be some interesting things down the line. Okay,
Yeah, you got it,
Yeah,
Sam.
bro.
Much appreciated, family.
Appreciate it,
Thanks for
man.
coming out, Sam. All
bye
right.
bye,
Good night.
Peace
bye
out,
bye,
brother. All
bye bye,
right.
peace, bye.
Yeah, y'all. So let me get him. Yeah, so y'all know Sam. Y'all know how he do. So Sam's been hard at work producing the White Files. JJ.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, not JJ. RG, my bad.
Oh,
RG. That
let
background
me
noise
mute
is
up.
like, yeah. All right, cool. Damn, I was like, God, oh. But thank you, Sam, for coming on. Shout out to Sam and everything. Yeah, man. So what I wanted to show you guys tonight, right? We're going to talk a little bit about the app. The app is in the works still, and there is positive movement, of course. And so yeah, man, like I'm glad. I'm glad that there is movement. You got a good solid team working on this thing. Of course, you're going to hear people saying that it's not real and everything else. Well, here I'd like to show you guys a screen, another screen that came up, right? We've been going back and forth, and I'm not going to bother you guys unless you guys want more details. I'm not going to bother you guys all the time with extra details other than to let you know that it's in the works, right? Hold on. Let me get this thing up to where y'all can see it. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. So, yeah, man, this app is it's coming into itself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really happy, and I want you guys to get a good product, and I think you will. I think we will get a good product. So this right here is this is not the map, right? But this is an idea, a generalization of what the map is going to entail, right? These aren't real places, at least I don't think they are, of course, but this is going to follow our traditional flat earth map, the Gleason's joint. But as things start to come in, of course, it will be more detailed, more finer detail as you zoom in to where you need to go. This is a 20% image of whatever it is you captured, and then so on and so forth. 50%, it's a little bit more opaque. 85%, it is becoming even more opaquer. I know that's not a word, but you know what the hell I'm trying to say. And then you can see this one right here, 85%. It's becoming more solid, even though you could still see through this motherfucker, right? So yeah, it's starting to gain traction, and this is a 10% fucking shot of it, right? So there it is, and then right there, the camera to
That's
give you
fire
that
looking, bro.
opportunity.
Good.
Yeah, man,
Fire.
no, yo, it's coming together. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel that there is nothing going on. Don't feel that we're not making any headway with this thing, because we are. And like I said, the team. Oh God, Lee, I want to make sure that you guys get to see it a lot better. I apologize, y'all. Let's get back to it so you guys could see it. Right there, it is, 85%. You can see it's getting a little bit more solid. 50%. Here it is right here, right? It's getting a little bit more opaque, but it's still see-through. 20%. There it is. Boom. Right? No. Let's zoom out. And then 10% right here. This is what it looks like. Super faint. So this is like, hey, 2-3 people might have taken this picture, and this is the best we got. So really, in my mind's eye, what I foresee is, if you're one of those people that love shit like Pokemon Go, and you're out there hiking, or you're out there doing something, and then you look at your map, or you look at your map and the app, right? Then you're like, holy smoke, I'm right next to an OWRS structure. So let me go track it down. You find it, you know what I'm saying? You take the picture. Now, here's the thing, is you can, a lot of people are concerned the same way I would be concerned, right? Of being, hey, I don't want people to know what my whereabouts were, or what my whereabouts currently are. And that's fine, right? If you just want to take the picture of that structure and like hold on to that data, you very well could, right? And as long as you have a marker to let you know what your lat long was of that structure, then that works too. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do it to where you've taken a picture and you have to then send it right at that time. So then that way people could track down where you at. Now you ain't got to do all that. If that's a concern of yours, is what I'm saying. So you don't have to be concerned about it. You can hold on to that picture and then say, hey, matched with this Latin long is this picture of what I saw, and then boom, there it is. You know what I'm saying? So this app is being produced, y'all. It is real. It is real, and I'm happy.
I'm curious, Vlad. I like the way that looks. So, so is it? Do you, if you join or whatever, do you start like a profile account kind of where?
Yeah.
You know, where you are personally, you know, featured on it, or go ahead.
Yeah, and yeah, it'll be like any other app. It'll be one of those things where, you know, you log in, and after you log in, I would imagine, and in my mind's eye, the way I see it, it's like, hey, do you mind us having this data, that data, this data? And I'm only saying that because I've seen how these apps, these apps that need your location at the time, that's pretty much how the app functions. You know what I'm saying? And it's a choice. You can or you don't have to use the app you
Gotcha.
don't have to let the app know where you're at. You don't have to.
Mhm.
But then I would imagine that you might not be able to use the app. But actually, that's a good question, RG, because I could talk with the guys that are putting it together, and I could see if there's a choice. In fact, if you have to, you know what I'm saying, be where you're at. But then my thing is this: we have to make sure that what you're putting in there isn't bogus, and we're going to run through that, right? You're going to have a team that goes through that to like check for truth, to see if you're being bogus or not. But yeah, well, I'll check on that because I know that that's a
I got you.
concern for some people, and I can see why.
Well,
Yeah, no,
haters
and the
are
only, the only
hate,
reason
they'll
I'm
sabotage.
curious. Oh, go ahead, bud.
I was
Go
just
ahead,
saying,
Jay.
haters are gonna hate, and they'll sabotage you. At any expense. Obviously, they've
Yeah.
already shown.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They go
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
extra mile to sabotage you.
Yeah. Totally. Totally. So it's crazy that people do that, but like people are
And
gonna do what people do. Like my thing is
Let's hope not. That's childish,
we're
man. If people do
well,
that.
what's gonna happen. It's not
it
if,
is.
it's when.
Right, right.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
my
if it's
thing
But
Rovers
is,
for sure.
yeah.
Go ahead.
But it just shows their hand. Like people talk about how it's a scam and this and that. It's like, look, we're not the ones putting this bogus information in there. We're not the ones fucking with people's stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're providing a service. At the end of the day, we're providing a service. We're
yeah,
providing
and
a service. And
realistically, given permission to an app to have access to your location, it's like y'all know they have access to it anyway, right? You
yeah,
have a phone that has you're being
you're
tracked
done.
regardless. Just so
Absolutely.
people don't go overboard and think that's the end of the world. They already have that information.
Yeah. So even when David Weiss was like, they have your track, I was like, yeah, I get it because I have like a million. And the thing is, they could triangulate you off of a few apps: your haircut app, your
Yeah.
CVS app, your Buster Brown shoes app. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All those
Just having
things
a
have your
phone in general, yeah.
exactly. And then they figured out based off of just those three apps that you never even use, that you probably totally forgot that you had, that they
Right.
found
This
you.
already in your
So
phone, yeah.
it's already in your phone, so it doesn't matter. But
That's
I
true.
mean, I don't want you to feel as if I'm trying to track you or anything else like that. So please don't,
Hey, y'all,
don't.
Vlad, man, he's over there around the corner, y'all.
Yeah,
You can track all those
No,
flat earthers,
yeah, exactly. Because so
but
none
the
of
reason
that is
the
trying
reason
to
I
happen.
asked, I guess, is
Yeah,
the reason I was curious personally is because I think that'd be kind of cool. Like, when if you do travel a decent amount or you're in a new city or whatever, and you take a picture and then you just remember the next time you travel and then you do it again. Man,
right.
imagine like you could have your own little personal collage, like like, hey, look, y'all, I got a bunch of damn cool places, man.
Yeah,
Y'all ain't got to like me. You ain't got to like me.
And
Something
even
like that.
I've even had in my mind's eye to congratulate, to kind of
Yeah.
let people know, put people out there to make them like the Carmen Sandiego of the OWRS app. Be like, this joker right here went from Japan to Zimbabwe to freaking, Yugoslavia, all kinds of
Yeah.
crazy places. This dude's been all over the place. The hell who is this dude? Carmen Sandiego. So I'd like to have in place something to kind of shout out, congratulate, make it an incentive for you to go out and do this thing and not just being out there doing nothing. I want to incentivize those that actually go out and use it. But at the end of the day, like, it's beneficial to everybody that uses it, that this app is around. I feel like it benefits people, especially if you're a history buff, especially if you've got a bunch of puzzle pieces that you're trying to fit together. Like, this app is, to me, is very, very important.
Well, and just to say this, I've been meaning to say this for a little while. I'm glad we're talking about it. But so, I kind of brought it up in a couple of conversations with either Dave was present in the room, or it wasn't about Dave, but it was about the app and just having like him as like just that's it, like that's the end all be all, and no one else can get in and get a piece of the pie. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe
I don't
add
understand.
to the app, and benefit. because when people put their minds together, bro, things get better, only better usually.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Well,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
that's
But
kind
you
of.
don't want to have
So I'm
too
glad you're
many.
doing that, and you're
Yeah,
putting that out there
yeah.
like that. So
You don't want to have 55 million ideas in there, because it's almost like
right.
you don't want to have too many hands spoiling the stew. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, like, my thing is, like, my mind is, no matter how much I like to say that I'm a free thinker and everything, I am still somewhat limited in how I think. And that's not a slight against me, but it's just a fact. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the
So my
fact that
thing
you
is,
question it at all makes you a deep thinker, in my opinion. You know, the
yeah,
fact that that, you're getting there for sure.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
well on
like,
your way, brother.
yeah, like, if I'm getting there, that's one thing, but like, I still have like a lot of growing to do. I get it, right? So this
Oh
is
yeah.
why there are other people out there that are in certain places in their journey, which is great, that I feel could definitely contribute to this. That I feel could offer something as far as how to make it better that maybe I didn't look at, maybe I didn't consider, And so I don't turn down information. I never balk at information, because to me, this information is necessary, because there might be something in there that I can use to make this app better.
At the very least, I think it's cool
Yeah.
personally, just for like old world building type shit, like being able
Yeah.
to, it makes me even want to go out and take pictures of my local areas and shit, like just
Yeah.
it's kind of inspiring, I think.
Yeah, totally. And if it's like the Sears Tower, then it's like, okay, I don't know if that's old world, but I mean, we'll rummage through it. We'll try to figure it out. But if you're at like the Parthenon or something like that, then it's like, obviously this place did not
Hey,
get built by freaking Frank Lloyd Wright. Go ahead.
right. Hey, say something cool, man. Hey, look, do y'all remember? Y'all are about my age, so do y'all remember Pogs?
Pogs,
People playing
them
Pogs,
little, them
little things you slam down and try to
yeah.
scoop up. Try to
Yeah.
scoop up.
7-Eleven used to have them.
Okay. Well, but the Pogs, man. You know what? Just by that little design you showed me, it makes me think of Pogs. Like you would be able to like trade where you just went to for another person's trade of the day or something like that. You know what I mean? Like something
Trade
like
of
you
the
can.
day.
Yeah, a picture of the day, man. Like you're pogging it up, playing. And it's got that. You can amp up your little picture by, little square
Or
designs or circle
right,
designs or
or say we
frame
divided the
frame the
world, right?
picture.
Actually,
Yeah,
that's not bad. But the general
something like
picture
that.
of the world of the day, right, could be just the general picture of the day, right?
Yeah,
I
and
like that whole
that's worth like.
Pokemon Go idea just because that
Yeah,
shit
there you
was
go.
so viral, like
Yeah,
everybody was doing that shit. Not me,
yeah,
but like it was ridiculous.
right.
Everybody
But I
You know
think
you're
that's
doing
jumping
it now,
fences and
JJ. Come
private
on, man.
property just to get over there.
yeah. My ex,
Get that
back in
Pokemon.
the day, my ex would drive, and then I'd be in the freaking passenger seat. She'd be like, "Ooh, here's my phone. Go right there. Ask that lady if you could." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And the thing is, at the time we lived in Hawaii, so you had places specific to the region. You know what I'm saying? You had items specific to what was in Hawaii. So it was like,
Yeah.
are you
Yeah.
kidding me? They're like, yeah. She's like, go in that lady's yard. You don't find that here. You need to go in there. Ask her. I said,
Yep.
man. I was like, man, give me
Hey,
that
but
damn phone.
think about that though nowadays in an ancient view, like looking back on what you just took a picture of, what were they doing, 2,000 years ago or 150 years ago,
Right.
like think about things like that too that could, maybe there's information being lost that, when you rediscover it, you can rehash, like the local community of wherever that building's at, and maybe they forgot about it. Hey, we hadn't seen that building since the kudzu grew over the top of it, something like that.
Right. And that's the thing. That's the thing I feel about the app as well, is that you'll have old people that are like, I remember when I was living over here, that used to be freaking, old Thompson's freaking candy shop. And before it was the candy shop, it used to be where we had our old YMCA, shit like that. Just it'll bring up, it'll inspire other people to think in a way in which they were like, oh wow, it'll just jar memories loose for a lot of people. I would imagine. Oh shit, I remember. That reminds me, that was this and this and that. So like information like this
Yeah.
could be passed down, or it could be like little bits of information that we could further track down to see if they corroborate with anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just that maybe ask the neighbors or the pizzeria next to the old place or something.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and it makes me think now that we're talking about it, just real quick. I I live, let's see, I live about 30 minutes south of a place called Tallulah Gorge, right? And it's the deepest hole in Georgia. It's a gorge. It's dammed off. It's a huge old dam, like super old. But excuse my voice. There's stairs. There's like 1,400 stairs that go to the bottom of the gorge,
What?
right? And down in the bottom, before I broke my neck, when I used to go down there, there's these old, like just gigantic pillars of where the old dam used to be before this one was built like 200 years ago.
What?
But it's dammed off to where we used to build houses up around the lake where it's dammed off, where the lake part is, where it's flat up there. But then, so it's a huge drop off. But anyway, it makes me think, as soon as you get that ready, bro, I'll go up there and have my sister or whoever, brother, go down there and or my boys go down there and take some pictures.
Yeah. That sounds totally crazy. But 1,400 feet, if you wanted to run a drone down there, like I'm like, okay, I
Right.
get it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But
Or
yeah,
just
man.
push my wheelchair down.
Right.
Let me stop at the end.
But yeah, like, man, like I've got, anytime these guys give me more information as to what they put together, like I look at the screenshots and then my mind goes in like a million different directions. But then I have to tune it up, and then I'm like, you know what? I could see this turning into this, and then that turning into that. But at the end of the day, is the simplicity. Is the app just needs to be easy. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't need to be all over the place, because we could have a million ideas. You could put all a zillion of those ideas in there, and then nobody wants to fuck with that app. It's got too many moving parts. It's got everything.
Let me tell you what it's going to do for you, though, Vlad. For everybody that
hello, RG.
Conversation.
Say what would you say?
Oh, sorry, you froze up. I froze up, I guess. What I was saying is whoever uses the app, whatever direction you want to go with it, what it's going to do is create conversation around, older folks that you just strike up conversation about,
right?
About whatever you're taking a picture of, and then they're going to send you in another direction, right? Oh, there's another old building down there. You might want to, you know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yeah. No, totally. Like I'm open to all of it. Absolutely. Or there might not be a building left that remains, or there might be remnants of something. And you're like, I always wondered what the hell that was. They'd be like, yeah, that was this old building. Matter of fact, I got pictures of it. And so even that might count. They'd be like, yeah, I got old picture. I got old postcard from when that building used to be here. And then they tore it down. Then you look, it's got freaking, minarets on top of it. You're like, what the hell is a minareted looking building doing over here in Chicago? Or even crazier, what the hell is this minaret building doing over here in freaking South Dakota? You know what I'm saying? It'll help bring these things back. And like I really have in my mind like a million things. And again, this is for everybody. This isn't just for flat earth folk, right? Or people that have an inkling towards the old world. This is for historians. This is for people that think that the earth is a ball, right? You might be knee deep in history, your own word. There's that guy, what's his name? Freaking the guy that does Bright Insights, I think his name is, the one that loves going to Turkey.
Oh, you're talking about
got me.
Yeah, he went to or he was getting ready to go to Mauritania. He figured out that Mauritania was the original Atlantis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Point me in the direction of Mauritania.
His name is Jim Corsetti. Jim Corsetti. So if you look in the northwestern portion of Africa, they have what they call the
Northwest,
Eye
okay.
of Sahara, and the Eye of
Okay.
Sahara has it has the Richat structure, the Richat structure, the Richat structure, Richat, the Richat structure. And
Yeah.
the Richat structure, you should be able to, and that's it. See, Godhard Guardian knows. The eye of no, they call it the Eye of Atlantis. No, they call it the Eye of the Sahara, or they call it the Eye of Africa.
It's like
Eye
a 30
maybe they call
wide
it. Yeah,
spot.
maybe they call it the Eye of Atlantis too. They probably do. I've never heard of it but maybe they do. Either way, it's huge, and it's circles within circles, a bunch of concentric circles. And apparently historians from thousands of years ago spoke about that. They said that some kind of cataclysm took place over there and then washed everything out, right? And the direction in which it looks as if the sand is swooped all of that freaking liquid out of that portion of Africa, looks like it went right into the Atlantic. This is why if you go to that northern part, okay, let me not say this is why, but rather let me say, in my opinion, this is possibly why that northern part of Mauritania has the Atlas Mountains. The Atlas Mountains, like King Atlas, you know what I'm saying? The guy that's supposed to be holding up the firmament, Atlas, right? The Atlas Mountains.
The guy that he had Atlas.
So the god Atlas, but there was apparently also a king named Atlas.
It was a real eye. It was a big, huge, like monster.
That's what I'm saying. No, well, I don't know if it's a real eyeball. I don't know if it's a real eyeball. I don't know about all that.
For sure.
But it looks like a circle within a circle, that thing. And so the god Atlantis was, or not the god, but rather the king Atlas is there. That's it. Not Atlantis, excuse me, but Atlas. And another thing is that mountain, do you know what it is? It constitutes magnetite. You don't find too many mountains that are mostly like lodestone. You know what I'm saying? I just find these crazy anomalies just in and around that region. It's absolutely crazy. So that whole region, that mountain range consists of lodestone, magnetite.
Yeah, magnetite.
Yeah, it's absolutely, it's just strange. And so anyway, I'm saying all that to say, the Richat structure's up there. And Jim Corsetti, his name is, and I think it's called Bright Insights. But if you look up Jim Corsetti, he does like deep research in the Richat structure. And he also talks about Göbekli Tepe. And he visited Göbekli Tepe right after they poured concrete over the top and laid a whole bunch of shit on top of it, just really messed it up. You know Göbekli Tepe, the
that's a natural,
the place.
One of the
oldest, it's the joint
natural,
underground. Underground right there, outside of not Constantinople,
like Titicaca out there.
No, it's up there. It's up there in Turkey. It's like 33 miles, or I think it's like 33 miles from the base of Mount Ararat.
Okay.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Where Noah's Ark landed. Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's 33 miles from the base of Mount Ararat. Fucking Göbekli Tepe. I'm like, that is just weird.
Yeah, that's really high up elevation too, right?
I don't know. I've never been to Mount Ararat. I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, it was the highest point when the floodwaters started receding. That's why the Ark landed up there, because it's one of the highest points on Earth. Yeah.
So I just think I think things like that, objects like that, definitely require more attention. Now, I've known about the Eye of the Sahara for quite some time, but I just thought it was just an anomaly. You know what I'm saying? But after listening to Jim Corsetti from Bright Insights and doing a little bit of digging and reading myself, like I was like, wow, this thing is probably a little bit more than what we were told. And like Jim Corsetti and that channel in general, he is not a flat earther, not at all. He believes this place is a globe. So, you know, it is what it is. But just the research he does and the stuff he finds, right? We could, it's not that what he's saying is wrong, but I'm saying we could take that same stuff and we could find something of value in it. You know what I'm saying? Or find something different that might make other things make sense. You know?
Yeah, I wonder if you can, if there's a place on the mountain you can get a very, like a high up vantage point and look over the Rishot structure and get some good pictures or something. That'd be pretty cool.
You know, I don't know. I don't know if is that even possible from there? Is that
I'm not too
usually
familiar with
yeah?
the
Because the
Atlas
recon
Mountains.
structure is like deep in it's like deep in Mauritania.
Okay, okay. So it's probably flat, mostly around it. Then you would think, you know, unless the
You know,
mountains are laid out in such a manner, you know. But
yeah.
yeah, the Rishot structure though, it definitely has a like higher rims where
Mhm.
the circular structures are.
Hmm.
I noticed that about it the few times I've seen it. Like the inner structure is circle is higher than the, you know, as it goes inward it gets flatter, and then out around the outer edges it's like another higher up, as if yes there could be water at one point like in the center, and then concentric circles working its way out, you know. As the way it's described anyway, I guess, in folklore, you know, or
Mm-hmm.
history, you know.
And I forgot who he said the historian was, but like it's no the guy that wrote Homer. So I haven't read the Iliad. I've never read the Iliad. I tried to. I found it boring. Maybe I should read the Iliad. But in the Iliad,
Yeah.
they talk about the Recot structure apparently. And then there are other historians that speak about the Recot structure, how it's constructed, what it does, its function, right? And apparently that area in Africa, it had a bunch of it was wild. You understand? It was just savage. And it had water. It had like a series of fountain. It was like a fountain that would shoot up water in the middle. One side was cold, one side was hot. And then it was like a giant fountain. That's what comes to my mind's eye. But it was like dwellings around those rings, right? And then in the middle of those rings, it was separated by water. It was just crazy in a Recot structure. And it was an advanced civilization that had stayed there apparently, and then something happened, and it was no more. That water got emptied out into what we see now as the Atlantic Ocean. And it's got an ass ton of salt deposits too. That's another thing. It's got an ass ton
Yeah,
of salt
yeah,
in there.
that's a good point. Yeah, you know,
Right.
and I I was into this big like a little while back, you know, when I was really into like new conspiracy kind of things and trying to piece together separate parts of the world, but um it looked as if um like some kind of worldwide event would have created the same effects on both sides of, you know, like way far away from each other. Like, you know, there was a water disaster, it seemed, at the same time with some type of like electrical plasma event, right? And there's the Thunderbolts project. You ever heard of that?
Mm-mm.
Well, the Thunderbolts project, you would enjoy that. Both of y'all probably would. But it's the theory that a plasma event from very high up in the atmosphere and under the ground as well um, melted. You know, they talk about meltology and
Yes.
these melted brick buildings. Well, I think all that happened at one point. I think that's my theory, but the Thunderbolts project also kind of came to the same conclusion that I was poking at, you know, a while back.
Hmm.
And if you ever get time, just look that up, and you'll see that it's a heavenly event. And any tribe or people that lived through it a long time ago, that would be the Great Flood. It would be the melted structures,
Right.
and it would also be when the deserts were formed, right? All at once. That's why you can find things under the sand still to this day that are still preserved, not melted. It's just like whole cities under the deserts, right? And
Mm.
they found out a little bit about that recently with the lidar, right, under the pyramids. And they're
Oh
like, oh
yes,
shit,
yes,
there's a
yes.
whole, right, where they found that at Angkor Wat. They found it all across India. And
But those
yeah, they're still
places,
doing.
yeah, those places like Angkor Wat, though, those are still, they're not destroyed or they're not buried, right? They're not.
No,
They're
they're not buried.
just covered in like
They
vegetation.
well, it's inner workings. It's conductive. Um, how do I say it? Conductive parts of the architecture are underground. So the main components of what a computer chip would do, right? Its main
Oh,
um,
you're
its
talking
main
about the metal
components,
pieces.
right? Yes, and that like and the placing of the certain types of rock, right? Or you know, its crystalline structure, I guess you would say.
Hmm.
It's but anyway, it's like it was built from the bottom up, right? And then the waterways, which are still there, it's as if the purpose of it was when there was more conductive, like energy in the air.
Hmm.
So back a long time ago, you can trace back all these like buildings that look like cathedrals,
Right.
Um, well, their main function was basically plasmatic in nature. That's why
Right.
they're burnt. In some parts, they're burnt.
Right.
And but yeah, at some point in our past, we had a much higher electrical conductivity in the air, and that's what a
Hmm.
lot of these buildings were for.
I
You know,
wonder.
and
I wonder
yeah,
because a lot of these cathedrals are right next to bodies of water as well. So I wonder if it's
mhm,
also a water thing, just the movement of the water, like making or generating some kind of
yeah, just like
byproduct
snowflakes.
to where,
I
yeah,
believe they
where there's
used it
power.
for the distribution of the energy, right? Because these bodies of waters, they go everywhere in the world. Like rivers go to every single state, and I feel like it's just a form of distribution when you look at it
Right.
from that perspective.
It
Okay.
makes sense. And by the bodies of water, there are always train tracks. So I think that was a form of electrical, you know,
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah, like deliverance of.
I feel like all
Yeah.
these rivers could be like their power lines. You know what I mean? It's just their
Right.
way of
Right. Right. Right.
distributing the energy. Just been harvested.
Huh. And maybe the power station could have been the cathedral or those big giant churches or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, I think the castles were batteries, and then you have your churches are cathodes. It's even in the name. You have resonators, generators,
Yeah.
and all the
Hmm.
spires. It's just they work. And how do you know that the energy still isn't here? You're saying it's weaker. How do you know it's not still here just as strong? They're just hiding it. The fact that it is that strong still. But and on top of that, how do we know that what under the pyramid? What? How much of that do we know is true or not? Right?
Hmm.
I've only seen
Hmm.
there was like one viral moment where they were saying blah 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 blah, but I can't find any other evidence to support that any of that's even legitimate. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree to an extent to where um, I think that we're not told how to use our energy right. So we could be, yeah, still able to tap into that, what's inside those buildings. Because I still hear people talk about when they go in there, they feel like this rush of excitement, and
It's all
like,
frequency.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know what's
And
crazy is
here's
that you
go
know
ahead.
what's wild is that the cathode in these things is supposed to be the negative portion of it. And but why is it that these churches have a big plus sign on the top?
That's just for symmetry. He said, well, it's got a big plus sign.
Yeah, well, it's a cross, but it's a plus sign because your
That's funny.
anode, because it's the way generally, right? The way that we were taught,
They were
and the way
probably
I
put on
know,
afterwards,
Yeah.
repurposed, right? Like I don't
right,
think
right.
those
But
crosses
why
were up
would
Well,
there
they?
originally.
Right. Why would they
I'll tell
put
you.
an
Go ahead. Go
anode
ahead.
on the top when
Uh-huh.
your Catholic churches or cathedrals are supposed to be like man.
You talking about like
Maybe somebody can
about the
finish the rest of
crucifixion?
that. No,
That's kind of
well,
what you mean.
no.
Okay.
But like if you look at a cathedral, it could serve as an antenna, that thing at the top. But why would it
Oh
be a
yeah.
cross?
No, that's what it is. That's what I was going to tell
Because
you.
if you look at
So
Russian churches, they've got the cross, they got the two bars going across it. Or those
mhm.
Eastern European churches, they're a little bit different.
Yep.
Whereas
As long
the
as
Western style, it's just one cross, so it's one single joint. The Irish people got that
Mhm.
Celtic cross or whatever, got the circle. It's like a halo. Know what I'm
uh-huh.
saying?
Mhm.
So it functions a little bit different. Excuse me.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
it's
think those were original parts of the the system. I
Of
think
the
those
si-
were
yeah,
I think
that
they're put on later date.
which that's another
no,
thing, right? That could be its own thing. This is true. This is
Because
true.
I mean, if those weren't churches or cathedrals like we think of what churches and cathedrals are today, why would they have them on there in the first place? They wouldn't. They weren't churches and cathedrals.
right.
You got a lot of
Yeah, I
feedback
agree
there.
with that. I agree with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Sounds like you're in a fish tank there.
Oh,
To
sorry.
me,
I
you
said I agree
know.
with that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I just think
Yep, I
everything's been
agree.
repurposed. They're not what we were told they are. Obviously. They weren't
Yeah.
a place to go worship. There would never be a cross on the top. If it had anything on the top, they were just spires, and everything had to do with harnessing and producing or capturing and distributing energy. Right? The
Mhm.
buildings themselves were machines.
hmm
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
Yep.
It's all just
I
to
don't even
hide
think.
the fact that that's what they were. They repurposed them, put the crosses up there, and
Absolutely.
they
I can
pushed
see
an
that.
agenda. That's
I
what
can
I
see
think.
that.
Yes.
There's that, and also like them domes where they make it seem like, oh, they were just there to let people sing and sound great. And
Yeah,
then
right.
I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could buy that. But
It's all
I mean,
about resonance,
right,
with those
right.
open buildings with the domes. It's all about resonance and frequency. Every bit of it
Mhm.
is. That's why I believe ultimately they were healing centers. That's what I
Yeah, yeah. We hear, yeah. That sounds good, and it sounds like it could work. But man, I'm like, man, we're so
it was all about
lost in thoughts.
the bells and the
Yes.
massive organs, and it's all about resonance and frequency. They would
Like out, it's funny you mentioned organs. Out and around here in Virginia, we have a place called Luray Caverns, right? Luray Caverns is it's a cavern, right? And I think they even have crystals inside this cavern. Like normal caverns got crystals and shit lining the whole thing. They have like a huge pipe organ down there. They have a huge pipe organ down there. And I don't know if you could play it or not or what, but it's in there. It's a huge pipe organ. The fuck is a huge pipe organ doing in a goddamn cave full of crystals?
yeah, that's a good question, right? There's
Yeah.
something there. There's something there for sure. I think it has to do with the frequency that they produce or something, just like the bells. Like they told us that they had to scrap all the bells for World War and all this shit. I don't believe that for 1 second. I think those things were frequencies. They make a certain frequency that warded off, bad things. It's almost like sage,
Mhm.
or whatever. It's the demons. It wards off the demons and all this shit. Allegedly, it's just a theory, but I'd rather be wrong than trust the narrative. I tell you.
Yeah, exactly. And what's wild is that you could go around and you could see a lot of these old buildings with where their belfry is, and then it's empty, totally empty.
Right. Yep.
Not
They're
all of them are
disabled.
like that, but
Right.
you find a lot of them. Just they got the pillars around the belfry part, and then it's empty, just
Right.
totally empty.
They basically disabled the machines, just like the big
Yes.
old glass front windows. Those are closed. You know, they used to
Yeah,
be open.
yes. Oh,
And,
that's
yeah,
what I hear. Like a magnetron,
right.
just
It was
like a
all a
magnet.
machine, man.
Yep. Yep. This is crazy.
There's definitely
And
more
so,
evidence to support that than not, in my opinion.
right. And like these things resemble the stuff that we use. That rosette pattern freaking window looks just like a magnetron inside of a radar that you would use, right? An old
Yeah,
school
it's
radar.
all like sacred geometry, the flower of life, everything. You know, the
Mhm.
civet. What is it? The Fibonacci, or how you
Oh,
pronounce
the
that?
Fibonacci,
The
the
Fibonacci. There you
Fibonacci
go.
sequence. Yeah.
Right. You know, all that shit. It's just all tied to the true nature that they're hiding. You know,
Mm-hmm. Well,
of
shit, man.
creation.
Well, shit. We got to get this damn app on the money. We got to get this thing out on the street, y'all. Guys, what I'm gonna do is I am going to send one more time this info on the app. There it is. There it is. So there it is, y'all. Please contribute to the OWRS. There it is. It's not mine. It's not yours. It is ours. You feel me? So that is the OWRS app phase 2. Please contribute. Please, 10 cents, 8 cents, whatever. It doesn't, you don't have to break the bank or your back contributing, but any amount helps. Let's get this thing to where it is in the palm of our hands and we make it a reality. I really appreciate y'all for all that you guys that have contributed and will contribute. I appreciate you. Thank you. The Liberace sequence.
bro,
Oh, Lord. You go ahead.
I think it'll end up being more fun than people might think, because just kind of, now that I'm thinking about it a little more and I see what you were just showing, for the first time, I think it'll be a Carbon San Diego 2.0 for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah. Everybody's we don't have to leave the archaeology in the hands of Indiana Jones no more.
Right.
Like everybody's going to be
it's in
doing
good hands with ours. Yeah. Good in our hands. Yeah.
Anything that's independent of what they push is amazing. Is great.
Absolutely. We're here to make the history now. It's our turn. And we're gonna get it out their hands. Absolutely. Well, fellas, I'm gonna leave it to you. You guys have any final words? Anything?
I do not, man. I appreciate you having me up here, though. And much love, RG, man. Take care of yourself, brother. Never stop fighting that good fight, brother. Much love to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate you again.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, you got it, Jay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, bro. I'm probably gonna jump off here pretty quick too. My abdomen's getting to where it's bogging me down now. A little too much pain, but hey, I appreciate you having me on, bro.
Oh, no
for
doubt,
sure,
man. Anytime, bro. Anytime, family.
Yeah, man. I've been keeping my nose into research and stuff, man, and just ideas that I think I can, my own ideas. I'm trying to get, to where my kids can take over it, when I'm gone. So, I I'm gonna end up dropping a bunch of stuff though for just the founder, whoever, bro. Just y'all put it to good use. Don't try to corrupt it, because it's good ideas for sure. But bro, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit blabber, man. Much love, brother. And
much love, man. Much appreciated, man. All right, you have a good night, RG.
Yes, sir. Y'all too. And good night to the founder. Much love. Peace.
All right, peace, man. So yeah, y'all. So just us chickens here now, y'all. I really appreciate y'all for coming out tonight, discussing this, going over that, this, and then some. Much appreciated to JJ, much appreciated to RG, much appreciated to Sam and everybody that joined us tonight. Thank you so much for making Ironwork and the Foundry such a fun and cozy place to be. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, guys, it's going to get a little bit crazier, I would imagine, in the weeks to come. So please keep your eyes open. Look at yeah. So guys, Roger at Leadwells. Shout out to Roger. Good to see you, fam. Centero59. I didn't greet you. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Shannon E. I said hi to you. I said hi to you, Shannon, but it's still good to see you. It don't matter. Heresy Seed, what's happening, fam? I think I saw Christy Lee Dolls. I might have seen her too. Shout out to you, Christy Lee. Good to see you, sis. Maria Walker. Maria always changing her shit, man. Maria always changing her stuff. Dirty Ketchup, what's good, bro? It's good. Shout out to you, Dirty Ketchup. And I kind of want to showcase your stuff the next time we come on so everybody can see our brother's stuff. And we see that we've got artists amongst us. So I want to give these guys the attention that I feel that they should get. And shout out to you, Dirty Ketchup. I've got you in my sights, so don't think I don't. And I'd like for other people to see what it is that you do. FE Nation, shout out to you, man. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, fam. Good to see you. I think I might have missed you earlier, but it's good to see you, Jay Bird. True Earth Whisperer. Skeptic 9368. Good to see you, fam. Skeptic 936. Good to see you, Skeptic. It's good to see you, fam. I guess I missed out on you earlier. Hopefully you're listening. And if you are, greetings, sir. Greetings. Yeah, Donald Piasek, what's happening, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. I haven't seen our brother Donald Piasek. Haven't seen you in a bit, but it's still good to see you, though, man. Donald Piasek been hiding out. And man, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the Foundry. Again, it's always a pleasure having you guys. And it's always, it always makes for interesting talks and definitely progressive discussion in the Foundry. Thank you very much, y'all. Thank you very much for making this whole crazy trip that we're dealing with right now, just a crazy trip. It's definitely worth living, I think. And I really look forward to wherever this damn boat takes us. It's a strange, strange world we live in, y'all. And all we're trying to do is figure this place out. We're just trying to figure out what the hell's underneath our feet. And definitely, Gal, shout out to you guys that are contributing to the Foundry. And shout out to you guys that haven't contributed to the Foundry. Trust me, I haven't forgotten about you. Show some love to the Foundry. Throw some coins at it. I really appreciate anything, right? Just get this thing. Let's get this thing into your hands. Let's make it fucking reality, because I think it's going to be an amazing app. I think it's going to be amazing. And you know what? You won't be disappointed. I really look forward to the OWRS app. And I really, really look forward to getting it in everybody's hands. And we're going to have a good ass time using that thing. It's going to be Pokemon Go on roids. You know what I'm saying? Except you ain't got to be sitting there tossing no balls around and making your thumbs and stuff tired, Anyways, family, I'm going to leave y'all with my blessing. I'm talking too much, okay? I wish you nothing but the best. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity, most of all, wisdom, 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 family. I really appreciate y'all for being here again. And you guys tune in to Rogers, all right? Roger, go ahead and drop that link one more time. And guys, don't forget about the OWRS app. And God bless you, Foundry. You guys are amazing. We love you. We are out. Let's get some Jefferson's action going on here. Peace, y'all. Peace.
Yes, we're moving on up to